What is up, everybody? What's going on, honey? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a great day so far as we get ready to talk about Ready to Love and Ladies Who Lives. Please let me know that you guys can hear me clearly without issue. You feel what I'm saying, girl? Because we're about to talk about a few things, honey. Let's see who we got over here in the chat. What is going on, y'all? First of all, let's talk about how I feel like I'm hot, girl. I'm over here trying to button up this jacket, but I think I'm probably gonna take her motherfucking off. Do you hear what I'm saying? I know y'all like, girl, what is all the rustling and bustling about? Give me 1 second. Cause, girl, it's hot in here. It's hot in this house. Let me say, this weather is so crazy. And y'all know I'm in Georgia. So the weather yesterday was at a smooth 70 degrees, Sadie. Smooth 70. Today, I think the highest is going to be like 40. Girl, I can't wait for spring to hit us. I can't wait for her to come around. Who we got up in here? What's up, Nola? Good morning, honey. Good morning, good afternoon to some of you guys. Okay, Phil says, come to the front. Because Paul is my favorite guy on the show. Is he? Paul is your favorite guy on the show? He all right. Let me see what else. What's going on, Lily? What's up, honey? Pauline says that she can understand how you feel, Phil. He's growing on you also. Okay, then he has become the only authentic one. Well, honey. Well, there's that. What's up, Joshua? What's up, honey? What's going on, Tasia? What's up, Pauline? What's up, All In? What's up, Tyler? What's going on? Hey, Kimberly. It's really crazy today. It's cold. Yesterday, I left the top down and enjoyed the Atlanta air. You know what, Lily? I saw a few people around riding just like you with the top down, girl. They was enjoying themselves in this weather, and then they give us this bullshit on today. Right. So hopefully we don't have that much longer before spring come through. Because I've really been in the house high key, but I'm hoping I'm able to like go to like some festivals. I'm still like afraid for real to be in like close areas with people for real. But like being in like outside, I'm cool with doing like outside. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see her. I might see you out there somewhere, honey. Let's see. Eric is something fresh. I like Eric. I do like Eric. What's going on, everybody over here on TikTok? If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, we're over here on YouTube. Feel free to, come on over. And the link is in the bio. Paul was growing on you until the end. Oh, child, the way he ramped up on Miss, what's her name? Miss Precious, girl. What's up, Justina? What's going on, honey? But let's get into some things, right? So let's go ahead and talk about it because the ladies end up meeting with Tommy at the wine bar, okay? They also meet the new lady named Carmen. Did Carmen have weave in her head did we see Carmen with weave in her head this episode? I couldn't recall. I felt like at the last roundup when the ladies all came together, I feel like Miss Carmen probably had some weave in her head, but I wasn't sure. But anyway, girl. All right, let's move on. The ladies are expected to set up some activities with the guys to kind of, continue to see whether or not they're going to be able to fit into their life or not. I feel like Sabrina, to me, was like the only person that really made a firm decision on who could fit or who could not fit. And I guess you could say the new lady, what's the new lady's name? AP. I feel like she kind of made a decision too right out the gate. But let's go ahead and keep going, okay? Now, he did announce to the ladies that they will be getting 2 new singles where Dakia will be one of the ladies that actually went on a date with the guy named Eric, right? They end up linking up and we find out that Eric is actually a celebrity chef. So he used to live, I guess, in Brooklyn or somewhere in New York. So he ended up, just moving back down to like that Potomac area or whatever, right? So he says, being a celebrity chef actually affects his lifestyle and his life and him having like a successful relationship because he's typically always on the go. And it sounds like he probably on call as well. Now, he says that his parents are his role models when it comes to love. He says they've been married for a long time. I didn't catch how long, but they still married. Okay, so there's that. What else did we learn about Eric? We learned that he was a preacher's kid. I think his dad or somebody was in the military at some point. So he's lived in Germany or whatever. He was previously married. He talks about having 2 children, 2 daughters, 21 and 23-year-olds, which actually to me kind of works out for Dakia because she don't really know what she wants to do. But I like the fact that Eric was open to it. It's not that he's shutting down the opportunity, but if that's something she wants, he's cool. If not, he's cool. right? What else did we learn? They have a lot of similarities. I actually really, really like the dynamic between Eric and Dakia, and I high key am hoping that they find a way back to each other as they get to know others. I do love the fact that Eric is focused on getting to know other people, right, as well as Dakia. But I'm hoping that I like the vibe. Was it just me? So I'm really hoping that they're able to find their way back to each other and we see like a real, connection towards the end. But anyway, we definitely learned some things about her as Eric was telling us about his uncle. I guess he helped his uncle out when he was in New York. His uncle had cancer. He's in remission now. But we also learned that Miss Dakia also had cervical cancer at some point, right? And she has survived that. I think she had it when she was like 30 years old. So I guess it's like 9 years since she had it. So I'm glad for that. I don't know how that necessarily goes. I don't know when a woman gets cervical cancer. It's shame on me for not really knowing this. If that affects them having kids at a later time, I would want to say no. But if y'all know, clue me in and let me know. I'm wondering if her not wanting to have kids is just like a fear or something, or if it's just that, like she said, she enjoys her life for what it is. She ain't got to stop what she doing to tend to no children or nothing. She ain't got to spend her money on no kids either. Okay, it's all on her. When she get ready to book a trip, honey, she ain't booking that trip for all them kids. It's cheaper for her to just book it for herself. So y'all hop down and let me know in the comments, okay? What else we got? Eric. Eric is liking Dakia. She's liking him. And like I told y'all, I really hope that they actually make a real connection towards the end. Let me see what you guys are saying over here in the comments. Did y'all like Eric like I did? I did like their vibe. You like their vibe too? Okay, got it. It's a few of y'all. Y'all do like the vibe between the both of them. Not Precious was giving you pick me energy. Let's talk about it more when we get there. I like to know more about that. Okay, it depends on what the treatment she was. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it could affect her just depending on the type of treatment that she received. Well, she did say that she caught it early though. She caught it in the early stages. So I would want to think that it didn't like automatically affect anything because it was like so soon. So cervical cancer can possibly cause infertility. That is so terrible. I hate that. So I guess even though it causes infertility, she might still have some eggs. So it sounds like she might be able to still get pregnant, possibly by in vitro, and just probably have a C-section versus a vaginal birth. So yeah, Dakia was cool because she didn't lead with SEX. Ooh, I could see that. Yeah, she just had a whole different vibe, different energy, liked it. Good point, Phil. Right, it depends. The doctors would have told her if she would have any issues. Okay. Whew. Oh, you're a cancer survivor too? Sam, I didn't know that. You can't have kids, but you don't want them either. Okay, so I guess it kind of worked out for you. But I'm glad that you're doing great though. Okay, so when that time came, she could have frozen her eggs. Okay, interesting, y'all. I be learning stuff. I like this. Okay, so she works at, I didn't know she worked at NASA. Now I knew she was a system engineer, but I didn't know that. And that's one of the things that they actually have in common. And you know what? I don't care what nobody say. I feel like NASA probably be stressing the people out. I feel like they probably be on all kind of salary jobs, right? Well, you probably working around the clock. And I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I gotta have my weekends for me, girl. 5 o'clock cutoff and high key on Fridays. I'm leaving at 3. Y'all may not know that, okay? And if I can skedaddle out of here at noon, then it's definitely going down that way. But girl, don't you call me on a Saturday asking me about a mother thing. I done gave y'all enough of my time during the week. And I feel like that's a problem too with jobs. You know, not just her working for NASA, but sometimes people don't know when they have like they cutoffs and stuff. And it can be extremely stressful. You feel me? But anyway, girl, I don't went on another little tangent. Y'all know how I get on Sundays. Okay, so you're a year remission. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Sam. I'm glad to hear that. What's up, Fedora? What's going on, honey? We just getting started. What's up, everybody over here on TikTok? We are talking about Ready to Love, and immediately to follow, we'll be talking about Ladies Who List ATL. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube. The link is in the bio, or just type in Jamie, that's me. Okay. It's a whole lot of money at NASA. I believe that, Phil. When I was watching Married at First Sight last season, one of the guys worked there. This man debt free. Hear what I say? Debt free. Ain't got paid off all student loans and everything from working over there at NASA. Okay. But I just feel like it better be worth it the way they be stressing folks out. Girl, that's why we're gonna have a little side conversation one time about jobs and stuff like that, girl. Okay, because I be tired of people going out here on these jobs not getting what it is that they work. Girl, y'all better not ever tell no job how much y'all really making. But let me find out one of y'all out there telling these jobs what y'all truly making so they can lowball you when you get to the table. Girl, you gonna have to see me. Okay? All this motherfucking money going around and y'all just No, man, don't let these folks be out. Let me tell you, the pandemic done woke up a lot of folks, even though I've been here for a minute, girl. But I'm glad some of y'all is woke, and if y'all not, let me know. Anyway, so, okay, she said she was a dance teacher too. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and talk more. What's up in Aries 21? What's going on, honey? All right, so Clifton was also chose to go on a blind date, right? He was chose to go on a blind date with AP, who we found out is actually a holistic life coach. And she was admiring him right off the gate. Like, Clifton is easy on the eyes, I must say. And I think I like his personality too. He definitely keeps you laughing and stuff. So I like Clifton, but I ain't gonna lie, I do kind of like Clifton's vibe with Joy more. I haven't seen him connect. Well, kind of with Dakia. Dakia is kind of giving Joy a run for her money, but I like Dakia's vibe with Eric. I think they are on the same page. They connect more. And I actually like Clifton's vibe with Miss Joy for the moment, right? I like that. So we shall see, okay? Now, what else we got? So we learned that she's actually a widow. She was with her husband for 10 years, and he ended up passing away 5 years ago. I don't wish that on anyone, right? I hate that. And I really be hating it. Like when I see TikToks and different stuff, sometimes I see people, they may either be engaged, newly engaged, or just got married. I just hate that for people when they find a person and then shortly after that, that person is gone. So I can imagine what that feeling is like, that they have to go through and hoping that they even find another person that's even as compatible as that person and give them the love that person gave. So I really hate that for her. Even though she said that she's worked on herself the past 3 years and she's starting to come out. I don't know, y'all. I would hope so. Her energy when she came to the table, I'm not going to say she ain't ready for love or she don't deserve love. I just don't know if she really ready to be out there like that. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, girl. I don't know. Okay, she might be a little bit uptight. Just a little bit uptight, okay? But anyway, let's keep going. She tells him that, like I said, she's a life coach. She's vegan. She's a Zumba instructor. She does a lot of different activities. She also has 2 children, a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I know that could take a lot out of her too. On top of everything else she got going on, girl. I'm like, girl, you stay busy. And I don't blame you. Because sometimes being busy keeps your mind off the BS. But anyway, so he has 2 children. He has a 17-year-old and a 3-year-old from 2 previous relationships is what it sounded like. But of course, they didn't work out. But actually, he said he was married twice. It sounds like he may have had, a child from each one of those marriages, right? So there's that. AP tells Clifton that he reminds her of her brother. I say, baby, y'all not going nowhere. Okay. Now, at first she was sold on him. She was all into him like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling him. But the more she talked to him, I think she started to see that they really don't have things in common as far as her being vegan, him not. She has a holistic lifestyle. He don't, so, yeah, the more and more she talked to him, she said, your face reminds me of my brother. Girl, y'all definitely weren't going nowhere. You wasn't here for her, Nola? It was something off, like, maybe it was when she was talking to Wiley. For me, it seems like she wasn't giving him a chance right out the gate. And I'm kind of like, well, the young one might be the one you might want to see about. I understand her not wanting to date nobody that young. You know what I'm saying? Because I cringe about it at times too. But I just feel like he ain't that old. Like he's less than 10 years older than her, right? And ain't like he's 20 years, younger than her. So he might be what you need. But I don't know, girl. I don't know. We'll see, honey, about Mr. Wiley. She said Cedric reminded her of Clifton reminded her of her brother. I got Shiloh vibes. Really? Interesting. It's all good, Amina. Welcome in, honey. Welcome in. I get Clifton and Laverne mixed up. Both are husky. Good night. Good night. Let's move on. Good night. So Cornelius, Ace, Joy, and Dakia, as well as Eric. So they all get ready to link up, okay? First of all, this is what I have a question. Production, I need production to come to front at this point. Come to the front. Why y'all keep putting my girl Ace on these dates as a third wheel? Nope. I don't want to hear that. For real, I really don't want to hear that. I'm asking this question. It's highly rhetorical, okay? But why y'all keep putting my girl on these dates as a third wheel? Like, I understand y'all chose her to go on a blind date, which was great, but why it just couldn't be 2 and 2? Leaving my girl out there feeling like she the oddball out, even though she really not, okay? But anyway, there's that. So Eric is spending time that I can actually appreciate, and I feel like, again, y'all, we're going back to next season. I feel like Cornelia should have did this last season, okay? I feel like it's okay if you are so headstrong on Camille, even though you weren't. And that was the issue last season, because they were showing us one thing, but he would say something different in the confessional, which made us think that's not what it was that he really wanted. But I wish we would have got to see him interact with other people and not send this man on consistent dates with the same person. So shout out to y'all for this season, which is kind of better already than the last season, because we're seeing that with Clifton. He goes on different dates, get to know other people, but he always finds his way back to Joy, right? So that's what I'm hoping for with the Kia and Eric. So yeah, he's spending his time getting to know Ace. Ace lets him know that this process is really different for her, and it's pulling her out of her comfort zone just a little bit, but it's something that she really needs. Okay, so he decides getting to know her, like the energy that Miss Ace is giving, but he also gets over there to get to know Miss Joy. Right, Joy. I'm like, okay, the ladies is loving them some Eric so far, because Joy likes him so much that she decided that she's going to give him access to her Instagram. And I said, now Joy, do you really like him enough to give him access to your Instagram, or are you trying to build up your Instagram following because you're a singer? America wants to know, girl, which one is it? Whatever you want to do there, girl. I guess. All right. So there's that, honey. Dakia decides that she was going to break away and actually have a conversation with Cornelius. I am glad that Cornelius got the results that he got this season. I mean, at the end of this episode, I was glad, because I wasn't featuring him after he said what he said about who got eliminated last week, Tiffany. After that, like, as if her opinions, as if her desire for the relationship that she wants is too much, right? So I was like, oh yeah, baby, you gotta go. But anyway, so Dakia breaks away to talk with Cornelia. She tells him about her being engaged previously, and how it didn't work out, but she's been working on herself, and now she's at a place where she wants to, get that relationship again, right? Neither one of them have kids. He does want kids, but now Dakia is at a place where she's not too sure if that's something that she wants, okay? She says that she enjoys her life as it is at this moment, and she hasn't had any kids because she actually wants the father to be present. And she's not married, so she wants him to be present. She wants to be married, and those things haven't happened yet. So I can't really blame her for that. You know what I'm saying? It's your life. Do what you want to do. Demetrius was just there. I don't see him lasting long. Listen, girl, I don't know what that meant. I don't know what the hell going on with Demetrius this episode. Cornelius does not want commitment or marriage. You know what, Lady J, you're right. He led with a life partner. Did he lead with that in the conversation with Ace? Even though I like their interaction, the more we got to know Cornelius, we got to see him for who he is. And I just, dear heart, he don't want no commitment at all. He don't, right? They are trying to force them to choose or create drama with the uneven dates. I feel like we're going to get drama when they go to that beach house or wherever they're going to go on that trip. See, that's when really all the drama really goes down. When everybody been talking, and you may not know who been talking to somebody else behind the scenes and all this stuff, things get found out in the ladies' lounge and the guys' den or whatever. And then we go on this trip, people start making their decisions, honey, and that's when it really, really gets messy. I'm over here a little gray. Let me close this Discord, because y'all be over here having be a mess. I got it open, and I was over here, I saw some messages popping up and stuff. So I'm over here trying to multitask, and it's not working, girl. But anyway, let's keep going. So let's talk about Sabrina and Paul, okay? So they do a date, and he tells her about him being mischievous when he was a kid. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like he might still have some of that in him. Okay, but maybe everybody do, right? But I just feel like, okay, Paul, you still got something in you. Like, I don't know, I guess. Anyway, so he also tells her about when he was a kid, how he kind of got started early with being an entrepreneur. So that's what he does, right? That's his main thing. And Sabrina says that that's great, but are you ever a person that knows how to just be still and just chill? Because she knows what it's like to be on the go all the time. Right. And she don't really want nobody that's like her. She wants the opposite. But then at the same time, y'all, I was wondering, is that what it really is? Or do you just not like Paul and you just want to come up with a reason as to why y'all just honestly don't connect? Because honestly, he's not really your type. Could that be it? But that's what she said. She don't want nobody that's really like her. Okay. So he says he wants a relationship as well, but he also don't want to like not hustle because he ain't trying to be no failure. So, I mean, I can't blame him on that. So I would have thought that he having somebody like her that is on the go and maybe an entrepreneur or self-motivated or whatever would actually probably help and benefit him some. But I guess not. Because I felt like that person could actually relate to him. But she tries to say that, oh, because he does that, he's an entrepreneur and stuff, I feel like he's going to try to push me harder than what it is that I really want him to push me. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Like Paul may not be my favorite person overall, but I do feel like she was just coming up with whatever because she wasn't connected. Hey Sam, the link you just put in for the Discord, did you get that from the actual Discord or you got it from the description or something? Did you? Just let me know real quick because those links expire after 7 days. So I can put a new one in the chat. Just a FYI. But if you got it from the Discord, then you should be good. She just don't like Paul because Eric is on the go. But she hasn't met him yet, right? Okay, perfect, Sam. Okay, cool. Okay, great. Thank you. She just don't see it for P.O. Paul, and I don't blame her. Oh, yikes, honey. Yikes. I mean, it could be that he's an older guy. I don't know how old she is, but I think Paul is the oldest person on the show. Phil, it's like a kind of like a group messaging app, kind of, and it has like different channels, like different areas you can go to and like chit chat about different topics and stuff like that. So yeah. I hope that kind of helped, if that makes sense. It's like a big ass group chat to me. But Paul is a bag of red flags. She just couldn't pinpoint or articulate her thoughts about him well. Okay, I can see that all in. I can see that. Because, I mean, he definitely comes off like a little bit of a red flag to me. I can't put my hands on it either. So that's why I asked that we see each other. Okay. What else I wanted to say about Sabrina? Oh, she said that she saw him as like a mentor, like a friend to her. So that's all she got. He was disappointed, and you could tell that he was disappointed because I know he really likes Sabrina, like that's his stilo and stuff like that. But I'm like, do you really like her, or is it that she just looks good on your arm, Paul? Which one is it? But either way, he really liked her, and obviously they're not going to be a match. But she does encourage him to go off and meet other ladies in the journey, right? And it's crazy because it seems like Precious really likes him, but I don't know if he really likes Precious like that. We gonna see. But let's get to AP, Laverne, Paul, Demetrius, Joy, all of them. They go out to the bowling alley. Paul out here trying to teach everybody how to bowl. AP came out, met some of the guys, but Miss Joy came in, just vibrant personality. I don't know if that's just because it's how Joy is overall, or if she just felt comfortable because she too has been around these guys before, so it wasn't a thing to her. But anyway. What else? Laverne, he getting ready to bowl. Laverne, you cute, but you getting on my nerves just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit, honey. You cute, but he talking about he need a little encouragement. He would like for Joy to grab his buttocks. Joy was just as taken back as I was. Like, now why the hell would I need to do that? What do we need to do that for? That's the type of encouragement. I don't feel comfortable doing that, touching on you, feeling on you like that. No, because then you probably gonna think that you could touch on me and feel on me like that, and that's not what we doing. So I don't. No, sir. But he did say that they haven't gone on a date, and he would like to go on a date with her. So I think they are gonna make that work. Joy says that she kind of likes his energy. She likes him, so she wants to go on this date. I don't know. I hear her, and maybe she does, because she also said the same thing about, who was that? Was it Tori? I think she said the same thing about Tori. She liked Tori, but Tori threw America off when he started talking about getting in her kidneys. So I'm like, do you really like these guys like you say you do? Because the energy and the vibe that I get with Clifton seems more genuine than the others. But she's just exploring the process. So I guess try. Kay says the oldest and still don't know how to act. He seems all over the place. Okay. Phil says Paul would have been perfect for Sabrina last season. Oh, the Sabrina from last season, you think so? The age difference is a factor too. 10 plus years is a whole different generation. Yeah. You right. I can't with Paul. He just does not give me what he thinks he's giving. Okay, he don't give what he think he give. Hilarious. Girl, Paul got all kind of confidence out the world. No, sir, Phil. Don't do Sabrina like that. LOL, neither one. Hilarious. I can't. He might. Sabrina might have liked him. I don't know though, because the way Paul conversations have flowed, Sabrina would have checked him quickly. But I feel like Paul would have liked that. I don't know. Hey, Jamie. Hey, y'all. What's up? Just here. What's going on, honey? What's going on? Kalisa says, I'm so confused about Precious liking Paul so much. Listen. And you know what, Kalisa? Kalissa. I think that sounds about right. Kalissa. You know what? That's funny because I kind of thought the same thing at the end because I was wondering, like, girl, did you come up with some type of alliance with this man that y'all was going to like go to bat for each other or something like that? Because she made sure she spoke up, but I don't fault her for speaking up because if it's somebody that you like or whatever, you're going to speak up or whatever. But at the same time, it was very awkward. It was very awkward to hear. But I guess I could see Paul using Precious to stay on the show, right? She did come to his defense when he was in the bottom two. She did, but did you get the vibes too, Joshua? Right? It something was off about that. Out of all the guys there, you sat up there and said, Paul. Okay. Well, anyway, girl, I guess. What else? Oh, let me tell y'all this I thought was funny. I thought it was really interesting to see that Sabrina last episode, everybody was calling her out for not returning their phone calls. But yet here we are. Miss Sabrina is out here the one going on most of the dates. Okay, Sabrina, girl, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the fact of people often like things that they can't get, right? So if she's coming off as unaccessible, maybe that's what makes the guys like her a bit more, I suppose, right? So AP wanted to be near Demetrius. So I think it was AP, it was Wiley, it was Demetrius, it was Tori, I believe, and Sabrina. I think Sabrina and Tori are going to get closer based on the little preview clip of her jumping into his arms. So that's going to be interesting at some point. But I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that one. But anyway, so AP walks up with Demetrius. Why Demetrius did not sit next to her, I don't know. I don't know if he was doing that because he's been getting to know Sabrina. He doesn't want Sabrina to feel away, so he decided to sit in the very back of the van as they toured DC. But Sabrina didn't like that either because I was confused. I was like, how dare he go to the very back of the van, sit all the way in the back and not engage with nobody, nothing. AP was feeling away like I wanted to sit near Demetrius, but instead Wiley then came over here talking to me, and it was crazy and awkward to watch because Wiley was asking her most of the questions that she wasn't asking him. She really didn't care too much to have the conversation. I don't even think she told the boy how old she was when he told her how old. He said he was like early 30s or something like that. She wasn't even giving him no information. Now I do understand it felt awkward for her because he looks like the students that she teach. So I guess whatever. Sabrina, she's doing more talking with Tori, but she felt the way about Demetrius sitting in the back seat and not really fighting for her or hopping in to, engage the conversation or anything. I'm like, okay, girl, because I thought it was just me. I was like, what the hell is he doing? What is he doing? AP is kind of awkward. I said the same thing, Naya. I said the same thing. I think she just doesn't, I think she just doesn't, I think she just doesn't know how to date or flirt. Probably not. You could be right about that. AP was bothered about the 10-year age gap. Okay, AP could have been a no-show. Or what? A no SJ. What's that? Or do you mean no-show? She could have just not shown up. I ain't seen this different side. What different side, girl? Let me scroll up and see what y'all over here talking about in these comments things. Demetrius was not interested and not engaged in conversation unless he wants women to chase after him. Good point, Tyler, because I feel like that's what happened on the first night when everybody met Demetrius. A lot of the ladies was running up behind him. I don't know. I guess he was working a little too hard with his therapist. He was working so much on his flaws that he decided he ain't even for to chase no women no more. Because y'all know he was caught out there for cheating on his wife, he said. I believe, he was cheating on her. He wasn't faithful. Then he had to go through the work. So I feel like the work he went through, he was deep in it because he won't even chase nobody. And he ain't really got to chase because they'll talk to him, right? He ain't, girl, I don't know what's going on. We need to see more of the other cast members over Joy, Clifton, Kia, Ace, and Paul. The first episode, he said that this is one of the things that he is looking for first, and he is misogynistic, and you're just looking over it. What y'all talking about? You talking about Mr. Paul? Paul being misogynistic, child? I'm gonna let y'all argue, girl. Okay, Phil says Paul definitely should have went home the first episode. Paul has shown a different side of himself. Okay. Demetrius was sitting there looking like he was thinking about going to work Monday morning. He was thinking about what he finna do next, baby. That man probably was like, what I'm finna eat when I leave here, girl? What I'm cooking tonight? Girl, that man was somewhere else because he was not on that damn bus. If AP wanted to talk to Demetrius, she should have got up and went to the back of the bus with Demetrius. Great point. She was just being rude to Wiley, who was trying to engage in a conversation. True. And Wiley probably was like, you ain't even my type. I could look in your face and tell you too old for me. Okay? You ain't even that girl. And you want to sit up here and not really engage with me. That is so true. She could have taken on the initiative and went back there and said, hey, you so quiet. What's going on? Da, 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 and had some conversation, right? But she didn't. Yikes. Let's keep going, okay? Clifton and Joy, they go on a date, right? He's over there talking about how he wants to try some of her meal. First of all, why did he get up and go over there when she could have fed it to him? But anyway. He wanted to be so eager, honey. And when he got that meal, what did he get? He got a coconut with it. And we find out that he is allergic to coconut. And he says artificial coconut he could take. But if it's like real and raw or whatever, like he can't have that. He says that he'll start sweating. And then did he say he'll like pass out or something like that, y'all? It was sad to hear that part. I'm glad that he handled it well. It made me think about a story. My mama just told me about this the other day. And one of her best friend's niece passed away. And I'm not gonna lie, I never really heard of people like really passing away from things that they're allergic to. I just thought that they just go get the medication. Like if you allergic, you just get the medication and you just go. You know what I'm saying? But then when I think about it, girl, when Macaulay Culkin, what was that movie, My Girl? Girl, was he allergic to the damn bees or something like that? Or did the bees just kill him because they stung the hell out of him? I can't remember, girl, but let me just tell y'all the story. So my mama told me the other day about one of her best friend's nieces and how this young lady went out to eat, with her family. And she was allergic to seafood. But she knew she was allergic to seafood, but she wanted to have it anyway. Very unfortunate. She ended up having some shrimp or it was either shrimp or lobster. I feel like it could have been lobster. So sad, y'all. So she ended up having lobster. And she ended up having an allergic reaction. I think she thought she had her EpiPen with her, but she didn't. She didn't have her. Oh, girl, I really hate that. Young girl, I can't recall her age at this time, but young girl ended up having a lobster and had an allergic reaction shortly thereafter and ended up passing away. And what made it even more sad for me was the fact that she just got married this past summer. And also they already have a child, which I believe is a daughter. And she was 7 months pregnant with another, so she just passed away like last Friday, I think. And I think not this past Friday, but the Friday before last. And they just had her service, I think, on yesterday. So it's just so, so sad. I'm just like, what? I was kind of shocked when my mama said, I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't know people just, pass from that. I thought they could just go get medication or something like that. But then I don't know, when you think about it now, like, you don't know what flares are going to cause. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, like allergic reactions bring about different type of symptoms, right? So maybe, something flared up. Because when Clifton said that, definitely made me think of her. And I wonder if she was probably going through the same thing, because he said something about his throat closing up or something like that. Him getting very hot or something like that. Him fainting, his throat closing up or something like that. And I'm just like, that's terrible, because she suffered. Oh, and not only did she pass away, but her child passed away with her, the 7-month-old baby that she was, pregnant with. So very, very tough situation, I'm sure, for her family, especially her husband and her oldest child. But when I thought about him, I thought about that, and I'm just like, wow. So when I brought it up to my mom was like, well, yeah, she didn't have her EpiPen. So I guess that would have she would have been able to hit herself or however you use it, and then she would have been able to come back, but she didn't have it. And I'm just like, that is so crazy. Whew, girl, let's move on, honey. Whew, just thinking about it, girl. Keep her family in y'all prayers, okay? So sad. She goes on, what's her name? Joy, she goes on to tell Clifton about her being raised by a single dad. Her mom was like Trinidad or something, Trinidadian or something like that. I think she ended up going back to her where she was from, and her dad ended up getting custody of her, raising her. And I really felt bad for her in this moment because it was always her and her dad. Now, he wasn't like the most amazing and perfect dad, like what parent is, okay? But he ended up passing away not too long ago. I think it was like a few years ago. And I just really hate that for her because that was like her road dog at the end of the day. And it was always her and her dad. So to feel like you have nobody anymore, I think she could have been the only child as well. So your dad is gone and now it's just you. Like, that's just a lot. And she said it took her about a year to actually grieve. And Clifton was able to relate to that because his dad has passed away as well. And he said his dad was like the head man of the family for sure. And when he passed, like everything just fell apart when it came to their family. And it took him like years, not a year, but years to grieve, I mean, I don't know. I haven't experienced that, but I can imagine, like, how do you grieve? I don't think that's something that you will ever just really like grieve and be over with. Because I think different moments may spark in a person's life that just makes them reflect on their parents and how they just wish they were here for this moment. I feel so bad for people that are, really young and lost their parents. And I guess it doesn't matter what age, because it's just like you can't call and ask them stuff. Like if it's things that they've already experienced, you can't like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things you just want to talk to them about. And I just feel for everybody, y'all. Very, very, very terrible situation. But they were able to connect and, console each other based on their experience with both losing their dads and stuff. So it was funny for her to say, I like you. I like you a lot, Clifton, because when I look at you, I see things about me. I see parts of me and you. Girl, I already knew where he was going to go with this, which had me rolling. And he was like, that's funny that you say that because I see parts of me in you too, girl. I said, Clifton is funny. Funny and he cute, girl. That was just too funny to me, girl. Let me see what you guys is over here talking. Let me see what you guys is talking about. I was ready to leave this show alone. This episode was good, but still on the fence. We shall see, though. I got you two geeks. Demetrius looks odd to me. Guess his body is nice, but whatever. Ooh, yikes. Joy doesn't know Clifton like that. Allow him to eat off her fork. True, girl. They have crossed all kind of lines at this point, girl. They already drunk after each other with the wine. Then now here it is. He over here eating on her fork. They don't care, girl. Cliff drinking out of cups and eating off fork. That's what I'm saying, okay? They just girl. They gonna be sick together. Yes, he was allergic to bees. It's a common allergy. Okay, got you. Thank you, Carmen. Severe allergies can be fatal. That is just so terrible, y'all. What happens, Jamie, is you can swell up and it can cut off your breathing. Oh my God, y'all. Clifton was stupid to just eat someone else's food with his condition. What's his condition? I always cry at the end of My Girl. I love that movie. It is a good one. So sad. My bestie eats seafood a lot and she's allergic and downs herself in Benadryl. She got to stop that. Tell her, no ma'am. Okay? No ma'am. Girl, you just going to have to take a L on the seafood, girl. Oh, wow, Leland, your son's allergic to seafood and nuts. Dang. Those reactions close your throat, bro. I hate it. Dang. And you know what's what's crazy is if anybody has an allergic reaction and don't know that they're allergic to that. Man, bro. Sad. Wow, I never knew that it was life-threatening. I know a few people allergic to seafood and they take some Benadryl or something before they eat it and maybe take something after. Okay, Shima. So I'm glad to know I wasn't the only person that didn't think that it took it that far with allergies. Wow. I could relate to them about their father passing. I was in tears. It's so hard. I lost my dad at 17. I'm sorry, Kay. I am so sorry. You never get over it. Been missing my dad since 2003. You learn to deal with it, but you never get over it, right? Oh, wow. You lost your mom at 17, Amina? I'm sorry. It's still hard. I believe it. I believe it. Lady J said the sexual innuendo was so unnecessary, though. I mean, true, but it was funny. It was unnecessary. It was funny. What else? It is devastating to lose a parent at any age, but I understand the enhanced impact with losing them young. Great. I like the way you worded that, vacation every day. I really like the way that you worded that. Very true. Lost my mom and grandma less than a year apart. Woo! Tough, y'all. Tough, y'all. Y'all know I lost my granddad last year. It'll be a year next month, and my grandmother lost her youngest daughter the very next day. So my granddad and his daughter passed away within probably 24 hours, less than 24 hours apart. So that's still a tough situation, especially for my grandma, because my grandparents had been married for years. I don't remember. Was it 60 some years, 64 or something like that? So it's just a tough situation overall, and then to lose your child as well, crazy. Yeah, guys. Okay. Let's get the moment back. Let's try to bring the moment back. Sorry, y'all. Great conversation, though. I appreciate y'all. The ladies' lounge. Okay, let's get to the ladies' lounge. So AP shows up to meet the rest of the ladies. Ace says Laverne is her top connection, and they talk every day. I was shocked to hear that because I was like, girl, where y'all be talking? Okay, so this makes sense a little bit. See, Laverne, first of all, you're sketchy to the sketch bench, okay? Laverne, I'm looking at my side eye damn near cockeyed at this point when it comes to you. First of all, it didn't make sense why he was sitting up there giving her so much praise when he was talking to the guys. Now I understand because y'all talk all the time. I didn't think he was having conversations with her like that. Well, then why would you get in the confessional? I'm sorry, why would you get in the meeting with the guys after meeting Carmen and then gonna say you think this is it? Then turned around and you over here flirting heavy with Joy and wanting to go out with Joy. So the little argument that we're going to see you and Sabrina have is probably going to be warranted, because when Dakia said that you was messy, I immediately took my thoughts to that. I don't know about you, Laverne. You cute. And that body is about all you got going for yourself. And I feel like Bondi called it out on last week's episode of the Ooh Ladies First panel about how Laverne comes off. Okay? I don't know about Laverne no more, y'all. He cute, but I don't like his energy for sure. Yes, Phil. Prayers and love to all of us in the chat dealing with grief and loss. I know that's right. Absolutely, Amina. Absolutely. Very, very tough. Very, very tough. Unexpected. Just crazy, y'all. Just crazy. All right, y'all. Where else are we? Let's talk more. So Joy is all for Clifton. We're highly aware of that. Carmen says Clifton as well, and I was shocked and taken back by this because I said, girl, Clifton don't even like you like that. So where you get this energy from? I would have thought that it would have been Laverne over Clifton, but okay. So she says Clifton. She says that he has a good personality, a good heart. He's a protector. I'm like, okay, but he ain't protecting you. Unless Clifton, you over here telling Joy that you ain't really featuring this girl. So are y'all two having conversations behind the scenes that people don't really know about? I don't know, y'all. Clifton, I had high hopes for you, but you giving me shady. I was confused about that too, says Joshua. This was AP's first episode. How is Laverne her top pick already? ? She needs to get to know the other guys before deciding on a top pick. I don't even remember Laverne giving her, not Laverne, but AP giving her option. I was wondering that, but I'm glad that you caught it and said that it was Laverne. Girl, that's something weird there. Maybe they started talking after the bowling alley, but then the thing for me is Laverne out here talking to everybody. He's truly getting his experience on and getting to know all of the ladies in whatever capacity he feels. But I think my issue with Laverne is him going into the guy's den and go sit up there and say he thinks this is it, knowing that it wasn't it. Girl, bye, Laverne. You're going to be gone. I don't know if you're going to make it to the end. But let's keep going. He's definitely giving us a little bit of Frank. What else? Sabrina. Sabrina is still in it with Demetrius and Tori. Precious. This is when Precious decided she's going to speak up for Paul and how much she really likes Paul. And what else? She said that he has a good balance to him. Girl, no. What it was given is that y'all talked off screen about how y'all are going to make sure that you choose each other to be able to stay on this process and on this path a little longer. Because even at the table, when she kind of told him what the ladies was thinking, the chemistry just didn't seem 100%. So I don't even know if y'all really have these type of conversations for you, you know, behind the scenes, for you to speak so passionately about him. I cannot wait until we get to next week to hear what the guys have to say, because I feel like Precious is not going to be somebody that Paul is going to say. But he could if he's trying to save his ass. So I don't know. Dakia tells everyone about her blind date and how great it was and how she's liking Eric, because at first she was all into Clifton and she was all into Demetrius, but now her eyes are going to Eric, and I love that. I love that. So I hope that those two become something, okay? Now the top names that pop out to everybody is Laverne, Cornelius, and Wiley. All right. Now, Dakia calls out Laverne for being messy, and he stays on 10 all of the time. Now, Carmen also calls out Laverne for being a negative Nancy. She says that she's had a few conversations with him, and how he's come off has been like a bit negative. Right. So Asa says Paul gives straight homie vibes, right? Joy says Cornelius and Paul are just not her type. Sabrina says Cornelius and Paul are just not her type. Precious speaks up and says that Sabrina is right about Paul, but everything that she listed about Paul is what makes him a right person for her. And then she had the audacity. This is when I really felt like she was landed on thick and she was lying when she says she's never felt anything like this in her life before. No, ma'am, you need more people. We don't believe you. No, ma'am. You need more people. Yes, you do. We do not believe you, ma'am. You over here lying to America, because the whole goal is for you to stay on the show. I'm not going to believe nothing Precious talking about. But anyway, girl, she ends up going to have a sit down with this man. She tells Paul that the ladies feel like he is guarded. Paul immediately gets on the defense. Okay. Paul says he is a juggernaut. And this is what you're going to what you see is what you're going to get. Okay, he says if they want to get to know him, then what would they do? They would ask questions. I didn't disagree with him on that. If you like him, you want to get to know him, you got to ask questions, right? He says that he says it's not just going to be him trying to get to know them and them not trying to get to know him. He says that if they aren't diving in, then that's a him thing. That's a they thing and not a him thing. I gotta agree with him on that. Like, y'all gotta be more proactive with wanting to get to know him. But at the same time, it's like, sir, I'm sorry, you do ask odd questions, right? You do ask these hypothetical type of weird questions instead of asking questions that's going to really foster real conversation for the ladies to get to know you, right? So, I mean, he has a weird way of going about these. And I think it's because Paul gives the energy of what he has to say is often always right. And I don't like that. I don't like that shit. Like, if I can't even have a simple conversation with you and I'm getting to know your ass, I can imagine what it would be like if we was in a relationship. Baby, that's dead. I'm not going to go through all that. I'm not going to be, Precious, that's Precious. You could do that shit, but I'm not. All right. So what else? Well, Paul started going on his rant about them not diving in and saying that's a them thing and not a me thing. And Precious said, oh, girl, holla. The way she said that, because for me, it seems like Precious was taken back by his energy because it was something that she's never seen before. So Paul says that he isn't going to sweet talk anyone, and he is going to give it to them raw. And he understands that it can be intimidating sometimes. He says, if you're intimidated by a man telling you the truth, do you need to look at yourself? And I'm just like, now, where is this conversation coming from about you giving truth to the ladies? Because we haven't necessarily witnessed this. I don't know what's really behind that comment, what energy or what's behind that. Because if anything, all they've shown us is you asking weird questions. We haven't seen you keeping it real or giving women truth. You've been giving women what you think is the truth. The same way you talked to Ace and told Ace, oh, you ain't giving enough time to be anything. Because she was only married for a year. You don't know what that woman endured. You don't know if it was some type of abuse or anything. Cheating, whether it was distance, whether they worked too much, they didn't have time for her. You just automatically said that she didn't give it enough time. Why should she? Girl, and how you know it was her decision for real? It could have been their decision. Like, I don't know. He automatically goes off as though it's women's fault for why things happen. And I don't like that. So that's why I don't know about Paul. Right. So Precious says that the ladies want they want more from him. He says that he can give them more. And Precious says that she believes he is ready to love and she wants him to open up more. All right, girl, we guess. Meanwhile, Cornelius is getting the talk of his life and he found out that he's not ready to love. And I liked how funny he took it. I like how he said, dang, what he said, I got 7 people telling me that I ain't ready for love. God damn. He said, I guess I need to go back to the drawing board and work on some stuff. And I'm glad that he put it off on himself versus putting it off on other people, because you're absolutely right. You need to go back and readjust your view on things and how you see stuff. That's what you need to do, baby. Okay. And stop feeling as though a person's standard should not be their standard or something. Like, that's crazy. Let me see what y'all saying. Paul, the type of hype up Kevin Samuels. Why do I believe that? What Paul said proved the women right about their assessment of them. Okay, Phil says Paul is your crazy uncle. Girl, I can't. Paul's rant was alarming, and the fact that Precious was not concerned at all, how he took no accountability and put all of the blame on them, made me think Precious has emotional insecurities. Makes me think Precious is there for the ride, okay? Because she hasn't connected with nobody yet. Paul asks odd questions and he doesn't take the time to listen, like when he and Ace was talking on the first episode. Right. I feel like the only person he really listened to was Sabrina. That's it. Because Sabrina was definitely his type. So that also makes me think that he wasn't fully interested in the other ladies. Sabrina was definitely his type, and now his type is 100% gone. So then now what? And I'm glad that you pointed that out. Let me see. Where was it? Who was it? I think it was All In that pointed that out about Paul, because that's the same energy Tiffany was kind of giving off a little bit, as if it was everybody else and it wasn't her. And then here it is. Paul is doing the same thing. So yeah. Fedora says Paul did take some accountability, though. He said that if there was a consensus about him, then he needs to do some introspective work on himself. He did say that. He did say that in the confessional. I forgot. Thank you, Fedora. He did say that. Kay says Paul shows us all why he's single. Dude is delusional, and he's always right in his mind. Girl, Paul don't have but about 2 more years to be able to get it up, Precious. I can't. I don't like it either, Jamie. Paul is clueless when it comes to women, and the ladies don't want more. They want less. Interesting. Well, there's that, guys. Y'all, I went and got this doggone coffee. And I'm supposed to be up. But a bit can use a nap. Hear me. A BIT can use a whole nap, girl. But not before we get into ladies who list. You feel me? So let's go ahead and let's switch it all over so we can talk about ladies who list. That may wake me up, right? That may wake me up a little bit more when we talk about ladies who list, because they were definitely giving, okay? I want to hear y'all thoughts about Kiana. Let me see if I can put a poll in. All right, because I want to know if y'all felt like Kiana was doing too much when it came down to the conversation with Robin. Hold on. I want to know, was Kiana doing too much with the debate with Robin? Okay, let me know. We're going to talk about that. Towards the end of the episode, she started talking about, Robin bringing up people without kids. So I definitely want to hear you all's thoughts on whether or not you think she was doing too much. But before we really get into this review, I just want to say something about Crystal, okay? I just want to give Crystal a shout out because baby girl is beautiful. I'm sorry. I may not like how she's conducted herself, but Crystal's very, very, very cute. I think she's so pretty to me. I hate that things have happened the way that they've happened with Robin, but it was good to see them kind of get on one accord because, I kind of want to like Crystal, but we're going to see. Because I did kind of like the interview that she did with Kempire, but I feel like on some stuff she was BS, and on some stuff I'm like, you know what, Crystal ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really that bad, girl. But we just going to see. So I just wanted to, shout out Miss Brown girl for that because she's definitely giving. I feel like it's giving natural beauty for me. It's not giving fillers and all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving plumped lips or anything. It's, just the beauty. I mean, all of the ladies are, but I was looking at her in her confessionals and stuff. I was like, she is giving. I'm sorry. Like we can be mad at Crystal right now, but Crystal is giving to the kids. I need to get a mouse pad. But anyway, so let's go ahead and talk. Now, did it refresh? Let me see if it refreshed. Girl, let me just use the mouse. First of all, y'all got so much going on. I'm over here trying to use this mouse, girl, that ain't mousing. Number one, need to get a fill in because every time I reach up in this wig, girl, it get caught on a strand. Hello? So your girl gonna be trying to make her appointment this week because this is getting out of hand. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into something. All right. So we pick up where we left off, right? We pick up where we left off with Crystal and Robin having this conversation. Okay. What's up, everybody over here on TikTok, honey? We're talking about ladies who list ATL. So if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube, good girl. The link is in the bio, or you can type in Jamie, that's me. Okay. So let's talk about it, right? So Robin says that Crystal should have found her 21 days ago. If you really my friend, girl, you really was trying to get back on one accord, girl, you should have called me 21 days a mother ago. All right. What else? Crystal says that Robin blocked her. And Robin says, I didn't block your phone number. So that makes me believe that, Robin, you did block Miss Girl on social media, though. You blocked her. But if you wasn't going to block her number, I feel like what's the point in blocking her on social media? And not you over here blocking Miss Crystal, girl, when you was just sitting up here not understanding Miss Kiana about a follow. I like you, Robin. But I don't really like that. Okay, only for you to turn around and be friends with her. But again, that's my assumption. I'm assuming that she blocked her on social media. That probably wasn't the case, but she just said, I didn't block your phone number, though. So when you say that, that makes me think that you blocked her somewhere else. But anyway, all right. So Robin lets Crystal know that she hurt her and that she isn't here to give her an apology, but she's open to receive an apology from Crystal. And I said, let's go. Let's go, Miss Girl. Let's go, Miss Robin. I was here when she made that statement, girl. I'm not here for all that you talking about. All right. I'm here to collect an apology, not so much as give one, even though I do feel like Robin owed Crystal an apology. I do. All right. So Crystal says everything that she's done when it comes to that friendship has been out of the place of love. And I said, no, it wasn't. And shout out to the flashbacks because they hit you in your face, girl. They did. They tattywhacked you right on in your face, dear heart. Everything you've done when it comes to that friendship has not always been out of love, okay? Simple as that, right? So Robin says that she doesn't want to talk anymore because it took her 4 weeks. She said it took 4 weeks for a friend to not reach out to me, okay? She says I went from being, what she said, hurt, to being angry, to being confused, to turning around and being like, okay, girl, just F it, girl. We ain't even got to do it. Don't worry about it no more, girl. We don't forget the friendship. If you ain't on it, I ain't on it either, girl. That's just how we moving, right? So Crystal says that she didn't, she said, why didn't you reach out to me then? I was kind of thinking the same thing, like, well, why didn't you reach out to her? But I could have sworn Robin said that she did reach out to her, but Crystal was the one that did not respond to her. She said that in a previous episode, right? So Robin says that she didn't, she said, I didn't do anything to you. Crystal told her that, girl, you hit me. Right? And then Robin said, well, girl, you ain't had no business getting up off your side, coming over here to my side. Like, how the hell did you even get over here anyway, girl? So if you think I'm going to apologize to you about that, I'm not, because had you stayed in your seat, then none of that would have ever happened. I still think, Robin, you should have apologized. Okay. That was just, I have to say, I do. Because I feel like if you're going to apologize to Kiana over some BS of social media, you could at least apologize to your friend and say, my bad. Like, I'm sorry. I was reacting in the moment. I felt attacked. I hit you. I should not have done that, whether it was a tap or whatever. Those were not my intentions. However, how you treated me was X, Y, and Z. You know, I feel like she could have just given her an apology for that, but whatever. So Crystal told her, no, Robin says that she came at her. We talked about that. Let me see. What else we got? Crystal tells Robin that she always has to walk on eggshells when it comes to her, right? Meanwhile, my feelings are the ones that's getting hurt. So why is it that I got to walk around and protect your feelings, but you not over here even adhering or paying attention to mine? Robin says, first of all, girl, you ain't never told me no like that before. I never knew that you had to walk on eggshells. Okay. And she says, and at the end of the day, it don't matter how many shells you had to walk on, girl, I'm not changing myself over here. I'm not going to change for you. I'm not going to change for you. So I don't know. I feel like, well, if y'all not going to change, then this friendship not going to change. So then why are we doing it to begin with? I guess. I mean, they trying, girl. Robin is frustrated. No, I'm sorry. Crystal is frustrated with Robin not trying to hear her, okay? She lets her know that she doesn't like confrontation like you do. Like, girl, you like confrontation? That's not my style. I don't really like that, okay? She doesn't like going back and forth. So Crystal says that she was hurt by Robin standing over her. So when Robin stood up because she was finna leave, Crystal wanted her to sit back down. She's like, girl, you still standing over me, though. Robin said, okay, girl, I'm sorry, my bad. So she sat down. And she says, that's another thing. I didn't like that you were standing over me. And see, that's the other thing for me. I'm with Robin because it's like, girl, had you stayed your ass where you was at, you would have had to never worry about me coming over to stand over you at all. Like, you should have just stayed where you were. You could have defended me over there. Right. So then what else? Robin asked, how did you get out of your seat and get over there to me? And Crystal says that I was trying to console you. No, you weren't. Why are you lying? And you could have did that from where you were. Why are you lying? And then you try to convince this lady that how she recalled the events and how they played out wasn't right, that it was inaccurate, when in all actuality, you were the person that wasn't familiar. Okay, so cut that out. Robin says she doesn't believe it. What else? Robin doesn't believe it. I don't like how Crystal is trying to act like she did nothing wrong. That was the thing for me. Right? You want her to apologize for a tap on your hand, but you don't want to apologize for not being there and supporting your friend. Yeah, girl. So Kiana, girl, Kiana done walked her over there, girl. And I said, Kiana, first of all, girl, we didn't even need you. Okay, we didn't even need you to come over here and talk to these ladies, because you sit over here acting like people really over here giving that energy. Okay, first of all, these ladies have been talking for God knows how long. Okay, they've been talking for God knows how long. Then you want to walk over there like, hey, ladies, hi, we're about to start dinner. Yeah, and you know what? You guys should just go out to the courtyard. You know, I think that would be best. But you can act a fool in other people's event. But when it comes to your event, they need to go outside and have a conversation. First of all, the conversation wasn't even going to escalate. It wasn't escalating. And Robin was so here for not ruining your event that she even told her, like, girl, let's just go ahead and just, like, you know, girl, let's just enjoy her party. Crystal wanted to continue to have the conversation. But I feel like even if it would have got a little escalated, she would have Kiana would have put all her energy towards Robin instead of checking her good friend. Right. So I don't know. Kiana irked the out of me. And I was like, I'm over Kiana for me at this particular time. I'm over her. How I feel. If she does not return, I won't be mad. Girl, if you don't return, that's fine. That's fine, girl. You don't have to come back. Okay. Because she just definitely irked me. I honestly didn't even care for her speech that she gave. I was like, girl, fast forward. Let's go. What else is going on, girl? What else is going on? Because you ain't have to walk over there to them ladies like that. Robin and Crystal. So Robin says that Crystal knows how she is about talking to other women, and it's not her thing. So I have a problem here, Robin, because when you say that you Crystal knows that you have an issue with talking to other ladies, you too also know that you have an issue with talking to other ladies. So if you have an issue with talking to other women, then why would you want to go and do business with them? Were you trying to, what were you trying to do? Were you trying to, like, this is an issue, this is something you have an issue with, so you want to, like, make room or something, like maybe this is a hurdle you're trying to get over, something you want to work on, so let me just throw myself in the lion's den. Like, I know this is a problem, so let me face it head on type thing. Like, I don't know, but I didn't like it. So Robin calls out, no, she says that she was caught off guard because she had 3 women attacking her. And then Crystal said, well, girl, who you had attacking you? She said, well, girl, you was one of them. Okay, you, Miss Queen Kiana, and Miss Kira, all y'all was coming at my neck, girl. So then she also goes on to call her out about knowing that Kiana had an issue with her. And Crystal said, no, I didn't know that. No, I didn't say that. Who, me? I didn't know that, girl. And I'm over here like the lies. You did know, girl. Okay. What else? Robin. I was here for Robin, holding her to the fire, calling out the BS, here for it. Robin says that she had women try to destroy her most of her life. And here we are with you, a person that I felt like I could trust, and you ain't even have my back. Okay, so yeah, you actually played me, girl, and I don't like that. You gave her no heads up, and I felt like she could have gave her heads up as well. And then, let me tell you, girl, the flashbacks they played, I was here for it, girl. We didn't even have to wait till the reunion to get these flashbacks. They gave us the flashbacks of you knowing this from the moment y'all went to the listing, to you turning around when she got ready to have the conversation and you said, Q, be honest, Q. Be honest, Q. And when she started to go in on Robin, you had a slight smile on your face, like, girl, yeah, you know what you was doing, girl. And I'm glad that Robin called it out. So then Crystal tries this gaslighting manipulation thing with her and tells her, well, I understand how, and I acknowledge how you may have perceived it. And Robin said, girl, it ain't no about how I'm perceived it. We're not going to do that, is we, girl? Oh, no, ma'am, girl, I will get up from the table right now. We're not going to do that, girl. It's not about how I perceived it. It's how it was, okay? That's what it was. That's what I experienced. That wasn't a perception, okay? I said, yes, Robin. Call her out, hold her feet to the fire. Crystal says, why? Because they want your business. Robin said, well, this is not about no money. See, that's the problem right there, girl. You always in your account. You always in your bag. Let me tell y'all why I believe this. Because Crystal did an interview and all she talked about was her business for the most part. I don't know anybody that wouldn't want to, grow their business or expand their business and do this and that because I employ all these people. And she just kept going back referencing her business. So I do believe that that's always in Miss Crystal's head. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and then I guess some part of it really ain't wrong, but that she was right. I definitely believe Robin when she said that's all that she thinks about. So Crystal still trying to convince this lady that how the night happened wasn't how Robin actually recalled it. And I'm just like, stop playing with her mind like that. So Crystal proposes that they can talk about it later if there is more issues for them to discuss. And if she's done, then okay, then they can just be done. Robin tells her, girl, listen, girl, we fine. It's fine, girl. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes mistakes, girl. I'm going to give you some grace. We're good. Robin, what else? So then Crystal tells her, so I'm like, okay, I need to know that it's real. She said, why are you standing like that? And Robin said, girl, my feet is going down into the grass. She said, well, stand on that rock. And I thought that was kind of funny when she told her to stand on that rock so she knows is real. I just felt like their relationship, their friendship is a bit crazy. They really do love each other. I think they do care about each other. But I still feel like a real conversation should be had after this because they need to discuss boundaries and things, right? And where to go with the friendship from here. And I feel like because Robin kind of brushed it off, and I feel like Crystal kind of brushed it off too, and they just moved forward. This is why this situation is going to occur again. It's gonna happen again. And I think Robin even said in the confessional that is indeed going to happen again. So yeah, it's starting to become more obvious that Q and Crystal had an alliance before the show. And now that it's not going in either of their way, now they mad. Let me tell you, mad for sure. But one thing I'm going to say, Gigi, I don't think Crystal is mad enough to not return to the show. Because that's another thing she said about her returning to the show, because she's going to do what makes sense for her business. She ain't going to make no impromptu decision about I'm not going to return. I said, baby, we definitely going to see Crystal back next year. Because it's probably doing a great thing for her business because it's giving her free promo, regardless of how she acts. Like, everybody's not going to hate Crystal. There are going to be quite a few people that still like her and want to support her. And with her being a closing attorney, like, other people going, you know what I'm saying, work with her. So, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong if Crystal goes on to do 2 more seasons or something like that. Hey, I'm here for it. It's only going to grow her following, and it's only going to give her more publicity on her company. And it's only going to put additional money outside of her firm you know what I'm saying, in her pocket, in her accounts. Absolutely. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just don't want Kiana to say she don't want to be a part of this and then later on wish that she was a part of the show. Right? Because I feel like these ladies have the potential to only grow bigger and bigger. Kind of like Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to Love and Marriage Huntsville, because girl, it will be dropping around March 19th. So we'll be back doing these reviews. Hear what it is that I say. Okay, I'm excited for Love and Marriage Huntsville to come back. Ooh, girl, it's gonna be messy too, girl. It's gonna be so messy, especially with Miss Ariana sitting down doing that interview, girl, and then constantly doing these lives. But I ain't seen Miss Girl on live in like 2 weeks, so I don't know what that blowback is going to look like. Especially when she came on her live and started outing the fact that Maurice and Marceau was out here doing some things they had no business doing. Girl, I need to know all of that. But anyway, I'm looking forward to all of that. But I feel like the ladies who list, they have a potential to have a much broader audience. It's only gonna get bigger, I feel, over time. So we're gonna see how Miss Girl go act in the coming seasons. I can't wait for the return. Did you see the trailer? The trailer for what? They dropped the trailer for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Send it to me. Are you in the Discord, Tay? Yeah, I want to see it. I could see this show hurting Q, but not Crystal. I don't know if it will 100% hurt her, because she does a great job with Earn Your Leisure. And they have a YouTube channel and they give a lot of great details about, like, you know, finances and different stuff, different types of things over in the on their YouTube channel. So y'all definitely go and check them out. Wow. So I'm gonna go and look at the Love and Marriage Huntsville preview, and I might come back and we might have a chit chat about it at a later time. Thank you guys for putting it in the Discord. We appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna probably talk about that at another time for sure. All right, so what else we got over here? Robin goes to meet with her clients that happens to be YouTubers. Okay, shout out to these Black YouTubers out here living life on their terms, and not so much as doing it how society said that we had to be. Okay, getting like a real quote unquote job, as people would say, working in a corporate office or whatever like that, getting scammed on your paychecks and stuff, girl. And what else? Staying on these jobs for 20, 40, 30 years, girl, because we ain't our elders around here. Okay, sit up here getting pennies on a dollar. Girl, I remember I was at college I was doing work study, making like $5 and some change. Girl, was it $5.05 or $5.15? Either way, it wasn't enough. Okay, out here working, going, because I used to work on campus. So even when school was out, we would still, I would have access to like the faculty luncheons and stuff. So I would go. Girl, people would be standing up talking about some damn shout out to X, Y, and Z, celebrate this person. They've been with the company, been with the university for 40, 45, 50 years. I said, man, who? Ain't nobody living that long. Who finna stay around here and be a cook in the cafeteria for how long? No, man, we ain't these ancestors. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. Girl, what is that retirement really hitting on? What is it hitting on, ma'am? Ain't nobody finna be out here working their ass to the ground. But anyway, get life on your terms. Get that easy money, girl. Work smarter, not harder. Anyway, let's keep going, okay? No shade to anybody else that's living life how y'all want to. If your life is in the corporate sector or the retail sector or the sales sector, then you doing it how you want to do it, obviously, girl. So keep doing you. Anyway, so shout out to them. Amy. Amy speaks on how much Robin actually taught them as a real estate agent when she was selling the houses and stuff. And I love that, because I hear a lot of stories of people buying their house, but it don't seem like they learned a lot from the process. It's like they just let the agent handle it. And I know me, when I buy, listen, I want to talk to somebody that's going to clue me in. Okay. I don't want to just be sitting up here just buying a home and stuff. And first of all, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to the $500,000 home that Tiana showed. But anyway, I just want to know the process, because the first home I get may just be an investment. I may stay in it and then just decide, you know what, I'm just going to, put this property on the market for like, or like rent it out or whatever the case is. So I'm going to want to understand how the process goes. I'm going to have a lot of questions, girl. So whoever deal with me going to have to be patient. It ain't going to be no, we finna quick sell Miss J. No, you not. You're not going to do that with me. Okay. So I'm going to have questions that need answers. Right. But I also do know that a lot of these houses get snagged up so quickly, girl. But anyway, so I love that she gave them that, right. Gave them a lot of, answered a lot of their questions, and they just were very knowledgeable, because I feel like this ain't going to be the first house that they get. They probably going to go off and get another one. So anyway, love to see that. Robin gets a call from her mom and her sister, as well as her niece. And I thought that was interesting for me, because y'all know we heard that she didn't have a great relationship with her blood family, the female people. But it seems like over the past few years, they've been working on that, and they've been getting, back on track. She also said that they've been at a place where they're rebuilding. So I was happy to see that. That was cute. I was like, okay, we see you working on things. So is it that because you're working on your relationship with those ladies, is that why you tried to go off and want to have this brokerage with females? You felt that if those relationships are going in a good direction, that you probably could get these to go in a good direction? That's a question that need an answer for me. What else? You could tell Robin builds genuine relationships with her clients. True. I do believe that. I can see that, right? Y'all ever notice that Tiana shows every episode Right. Y'all ever notice that Tiana shows every episode she's on, though? More power to Tiana. What you say? She shows what? Shows more homes, Omar? What do you mean she shows? I could have misunderstood that. But Q is a broken but not acting what? Oh, Q is a broker, but not an acting agent. And Robin is both, but they wasn't showing enough of Q's business. I feel like, though, Tay, because I don't feel like they show enough of anybody's business, to be honest. They show them showing listings and, possibly closing on a house or whatnot. But I don't know exactly, because I feel like with Robin being a broker, I don't know if she has people under her, but we don't even get to see that. So I feel like everybody is getting their stuff shown in the same amount of space. And I feel like with Q, if you want more of your brokerage shown, especially in the way that Sherelle had on Selling Temple, I think she would need her own show, because I feel like it's hard with the ensemble cast to only show more of what it is that you're doing, right? I feel like Candy Burris does so much stuff, and on Real Housewives of Atlanta, we didn't even get to see everything that she's involved in, for real. But y'all let me know, because y'all might have a different perspective than me, but that's just what I was thinking. But yeah, I appreciate the fact that Robin educates her buyers. Yeah, me too. Me too, for sure. I wonder if Robin slept with one of her female family members. Man, I don't know. I would think not, because I thought the relationship was ruined when she had her first child, because she got pregnant at 16 or something, she said, and immediately she was kicked out or something like that. Hold on, I need to make a note of something. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Interesting question, though. Interesting question. She is rebuilding a relationship with her family. I rate it because it is a part of her healing process. Okay. I heard someone say they thought the telephone number was staged. Why would her mother call her and not on her actual birthday? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Great question. Everyone keeps saying they need to show more properties, but Tiana is on every episode. Right, she is. And I hate to say it, whether we like Kira or not, Kira has been showing consistent properties to B. Simone. Kira has also shown us her client that's a trucker in that beautiful home that she sold him. So we're seeing the listings that I feel like, I don't know what people want out of real estate, because I feel like it's so many different facets of it. Right? If anybody, I feel like Crystal, we not seeing more of her business and seeing her sign off on these closings with her being a closing attorney. But Crystal, she not out here complaining, right? We haven't seen a lot of closings by Miss Crystal. We've seen more of her being in the drama. Tiffany, we haven't even seen, only thing we saw from Tiffany, in all honesty, I don't think I seen Tiffany sign anything. Tiffany, because she only opened up the closing office, her attorney office. That's all we saw. So I don't know what people, I don't know what they want. I feel like they're just finding reasons to complain, but y'all let me know. That call from Robin's mom and sister didn't seem genuine to me. The timing is weird. Okay. I heard someone say they thought the telephone call from Robin's mother and sister was staged. Why would her mother call her not on her actual birthday? Yeah, it could have been staged. The production could have told them to call in at a certain time, everybody, so they could be seen on TV. I feel like they showed what the women gave them. Who would want to see Q pushing papers and talking down to the realtors at her agency? Woo. Mm-mm. Me too, naturally, Mar. I love seeing the different properties. I do. I ain't gonna lie. But why would all the females in the family turn on her? I don't know. And things could have happened at different times. Now, she did say blood relatives. I was immediately thinking her mama. But I don't know who those female relatives are for her to be so hurt. I would have thought it probably was her mama, her grandmama. But even her sister was on the call and she said she was building a relationship. So, good question. I don't know. To me, homes sell itself. You just got to know how to sell it. Robin said it was how her mom and the women in her family treated her. Thank you, Candy. They are definitely showing properties on this show. Right. That ranch was a steal. Hear me, Gigi. And we're going to talk about that. Hear me, Gigi, for sure. What else did I want to say? Yeah, we talked about that. So let's get to Kiana and Quinetta, because that's when we get to the ranch, right? So she meets with her client Quinetta. Okay, Quinetta got on the property. She's like, "Oh, I like all this land, bro. I like this." Right? They get inside. Her face looked like I ain't too sure, but I felt like, even though they was playing the music, like she wasn't too satisfied, I feel like she probably gonna deck the house out anyway. She probably gonna remodel it and change it. Right? She's an investor of properties, and the money that she probably gonna get off the house that she finna sell, she probably gonna be able to upgrade that whole home, right? And she looking for it for her son. I said, God, motherfucker, let me go get this license and work under somebody. Let me go be a motherfucking broker, because you over here about to buy a house for your son and his wife. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna complain about it like some of y'all do with Miss Candace Diller over there on Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, girl, listen. If a mama wanna buy a child a house, girl, that's the type of wealth I'm talking about. Him and his, like, girl, and people always talk about how they want an independent man and this and that, and the other girl. But when the mama be like, I'm gonna buy y'all a house, I don't know not damn piece of a wife that's gonna sit up here and not let her go buy. Girl, you ain't gonna mess up my credit, but yours. All right then. And you just want us to pay on it. Oh, well, I mean, cool, because if something happened to you, it's gonna come to us anyway. Right? All right, girl, like when I need to move in then. Okay, if you want to do it for me, then do it, mama. Because listen, mama-in-law would be mother from that point on. Now, mother, we will have to add another piece to the contract. Now, just because you done spent all this money on this house don't mean that you just gonna walk up in it whenever you want to. Okay, girl? Now, we probably gonna have to build you an outside house or something like that, girl. But these doors right here, okay? Now, your name may be on the line, but I'm probably cashing in, giving you a little money here or there. But girl, don't be just walking up in my house now. You might be messed up with what you may see, girl. But anyway, she can come buy me a house. Hey, Miss Quinetta, how are you, girl? So she's looking for a ranch property for her son and his wife or whatever like that. Her son says that he likes the home. He was like, this is perfect. This is what I want. This is what I would need. Like, yes, let's go. And I was sitting, when she said the price, I did feel away at first. When I saw that it was on the ranch, it was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. I kind of felt away immediately. I was like, oh, this fucking house, and you only gonna give me 3 motherfucking bedrooms and 3 baths? But you couldn't throw in an extra one of each? Girl, do we even have a family room, a den? I guess we can go with it, girl. But when they said it was on 5 acres, I said, BIT, you ain't finna find it in Georgia. Now, granted, you do have to go to the outskirts, but girl, and when she gave them the price of it, and the lady said that it's 5 acres of land for $549,000, and ain't no telling how long the house been sitting and whether or not they probably gonna come down off that price. I said, you don't go ahead and buy this motherfucking house today. And I was with the son when the son kind of tapped on her like, Mama, Like, girl, you need to go get it. Like, don't let it pass, okay? I feel like Kiana was on some bogus stuff. I'm sorry, Tiana, when she sat up there and said, well, you know, they don't have a lot of offers or something like that. She said, or some, I don't think they had a lot of offers, but they did have some people that were asking about it. I'm like, girl, you'll say anything to put some anxiety in somebody, girl. Try and rush them through the process just a little bit. Okay, go ahead and submit an offer. But I just felt like that was a really good home. And I don't know how far away from the city it was, but she's looking for a ranch style location. So once you get them 5 acres, you can really do what the hell you want to do on it. So if she wants to add on that extra room, add on a house for herself, she can. Then she got a property. She over here selling for over $1 million. She's definitely going to get some money back. Okay, girl, I'm just listen to me. That's a family like that right there to me for that amount of money in comparison to everything we've been hearing about. I just feel like that's one of them properties she probably gonna keep in the family forever. Forever. I would. Okay. I would. Even if it is just something that they deck out is real nice and they probably don't even stay in it like that. It's just like somewhere they go for like to do all their Christmas holidays. Like, you know, we just gonna stay here for Christmas or whatever like that. We'll just celebrate, whatever. So I just didn't think it was that much money. I felt like it was a good. Y'all let me know. Okay. I don't know if Miss Kiana over here in the comments and she can let me know too, girl, but I just felt like the house was a steal. But let me know because I feel like you're gonna know the market better than me. Okay. What else? Crystal wants a peach. She be looking for reasons not to like people. My goodness. Kiana has her own brokerage firm. They work for her, so she gets a cut. She does. She do and will. I didn't find it strange. They may have had that day to meet up with everyone. Excuse me. Seems to me Robin might be the common denominator in her issues with female friendships. Okay. Yes, 5 acres, and that architect that they redid that house she showed last week. I ain't even noticed the chain her son had on. I wasn't even paying attention, child. I love the court side. No, I love the countryside in Georgia, but would never want to get caught out there stranded, if you know what I mean. Now, hear what I say. You right on that, girl. You is right on that. Girl, I do not want to live around no trees, girl. I have been very adamant about that. Like, not like around a whole bunch of trees. See, here's my thing when it comes to housing, right? And I already know I'm going to have to pay a pretty penny, so I'm going to have to get real cute and comfortable with it. I need to be near an interstate. Hello? Because I am from Alabama, so that's where my family is. So if I got to hop and jump, I need to hop and jump on the interstate and get there. Hear me? I also need to be near a Target. Hello? I need to be near a Target. Not too far, girl. And I need to be near a Publix because I get tired of going in Walmart high key and I was spending the extra change just not to go in there. Okay. So y'all need to give me a Target. Y'all need to give me a Publix and it needs to be somewhat of a busy road. Okay. I can't be living near a whole bunch of trees. And I'm just thinking about if I gotta, like, you know, if I'm going into the city and I'm driving back and it's in the dark, like, I don't want to be right. I need to be on the main road. So if I need to pull up to a gas station or something like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine going to, like, let's say you live 30 minutes from, well, I don't want to say 30. I'll say 20 minutes from Walmart and or Target, 20 minutes from Target. And it's just a bunch of trees, like, like it's going to take you, by the time you get to a gas station, I just can't, like, and y'all got to follow me. Like, y'all just have to understand y'all got to follow me. Like, if I got to make a quick run to the store, I'm not trying to run that long. Girl, Target is 5 minutes. It's not even 5 minutes from the house for me now. Like, that's what I want. Girl, if I need to run a Target real quick, girl, I hate to say at Walmart, but I try not to go there for real, girl. Sometimes I do. This is in the morning time. I really don't like to deal with them like that. But they got more self-checkouts, though, so I thought that was really nice. But anyway, Publix is my girl, okay? Not even 10 minutes from the house. Like, these things are important. So if I forget something, I can just let me run up there real quick and get on back, okay? Get on the interstate. Girl, I just leave the house and swoop. Girl, all I got to do is just wait. I ain't even got to wait at the light to get on the interstate. Girl, it's just like, let me see it. Oh, ain't no cars coming. Woo, I'm right here on the interstate. It's right there. Like, that's important for me. Okay, so I feel you, Miss Girl, about not being around all these trees and all of that. No. I don't like that. But anyway, girl, let's keep going. Kira and B. Simone. I love this townhome that she showed B. Simone. I thought it was really, really nice in comparison to the condo. I feel like it gives her the condo feel, but it gives her more space. I don't know if you guys were aware, but B. Simone's sister has been dealing with a condition that she has. So I think her sister has moved in with her here in Atlanta. So I'm like, you would want a space like this where you can like fully accommodate her. And I'm sure your parents may come up from Texas or something like that. Like you would want to have that space. I just feel like with her being in a condo, she's not going to want to be in that condo forever. She's going to want to leave. But why not just go ahead and have this spot? You could stay in it longer. And if you decide to sell it, I feel like it's more likely to sell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, I guess maybe both of them. I just felt like that home fit her better. And then the upstairs loft area, like outside courtyard, whatever that was, I said, oh, that's beautiful. That's great for entertainment. I thought Kira did a great job with this property. And B. Simone really liked it and she loved it. Now, I do know that Kira indeed sold a home to B. Simone. She definitely sold it. I just don't know if it's this one or not, but she definitely ended up selling a home to her because I saw like the celebration. It's like when when Kira sells a home to somebody, it is an experience. I will give her that. Like she gets a DJ, she gets music, she gets a photographer. Like when you come in, it's like champagne bottles are popped. All right. The same thing she kind of gave that guy client that we saw. I also saw that on B. Simone's page where it was like a celebration, okay? And I saw like Kira there as well. So I was like, okay, that's cute. Making people feel real good. Get them a little celebration and all that stuff. I'm like that. That's nice. Let me see what else you guys are over here saying in the comments. Tequila. I couldn't move there. Kiana says the house was in Tequila, Gwinnett County. Is that a great thing? Tequila sound bad. I don't go that way, but it just sound like the deep country, girl. Tequila. Where y'all even got that name from? People don't even admit they get help from others to get what they got. It's the potential for me. That was a steal. Yes. And I can imagine what it's going to look like when she redoes the entire home. I would think they are going to redo it. I'm like 5 acres for less than $600K, but the townhomes was $600K. Hear what I say, girl. And you right next to your neighbor, right next to them. Ain't got not damn piece of land. Girl, you ain't even got an acre. Like, I don't even know what that is. Girl, that's an inch. You have an inch of grass. That's it. For $600K. Girl, they getting outrageous with these prices. And here's the thing for me, right? So homes used to be like $200K at one point. Then they went up to $300s. Now they damn near $500K, $600K, like you said, to get a home. This is the thing for me. As we go into the future, and Miss Kiana, girl, let me know if I'm thinking about this right. As we go into the future, I feel like it's going to be more difficult for people to sell their homes and be able to actually gain a profit from it. This is just what I'm thinking. Because who the fuck finna go and spend $800, $1 million on a home that's been used in so many words? Who's finna do that? That's what I feel like. Yeah, it may be amazing. You bought this home. This is great. But let's say in 3, 4, 5 years, you want to move. Who finna buy it? You could better just rent it out forever, goddamn. Like, it's going to be a pretty penny that you're going to be renting it out for. But I'm just trying to understand that. Because the way these homes have been going up, it's like every other year, not maybe like every 2 years, I see homes 3K, 4K. Damn, they went up on the one. What? 500. And here it is. Somebody just said 600. Girl, I'm not gonna pay you $1 million for no goddamn 3-bedroom used. We're not doing that. Girl, I could go build from the ground up and get all the things that I need. So why am I gonna pay you this? I need answers. Somebody hop in and tell me. Woo! Tell me. Let me see what Miss Kiana at, girl. Let me see what she's at. Kiana, I know somebody asked me that I should have you on one of these days when we do Ladies Who List, so we can give the people a segment where they can ask you questions and stuff. But if you open, girl, just hit me in my DMs and let me know. We'll figure something out. But yeah, so Key says the townhome $600K today in West Midtown, but will be worth $1 million in the next. That's what I'm saying, Key. From a seller standpoint, amazing. Buy now. Yes. I'm going to gain a great profit off of it. But at the same time, Who finna go pay these people $1 million for a home in West Midtown? Girl, I done got a little depressed when I heard that. Key, I'm not gonna lie to you, girl. I done got a little depressed because I'm just like 600K now. Oh, shit. I'm sick. Because I can imagine what these homes gonna be in a minute. Wow. I need to be figuring out how I'm gonna buy by the end of the year, huh? So I can make a profit in 3 years. Either that or I'm gonna have to sell these oats to y'all. Girl. I need to get on my gift of gab, goddamn. So I could be over here selling these homes, convincing y'all to buy these houses that somebody may or may not buy in 5 years. Bitch, what? Help me. When it comes with real estate, it all comes around to location. The closer you are to the city, the prices are higher and the lot is smaller. Miss, what's that? Maria? Say Maria, listen to me. No, ma'am. Okay? Because I've been seeing in the outskirts, not even closer to the city. Hear me. Where homes are just being like, they're just up in price. Like, not even, you could probably live 30 minutes away from the city, 20 minutes. Like, girl, the prices is running about the same amount as you see what's going on in the city. I can imagine what New York look like right now. And y'all only get a piece of a box. Actually, y'all be living in closets up there in New York. And they ain't walking in. Girl, I hate it. Then y'all have some of the most weirdest structure, like just weird, paying all that money. Girl, listen, it's inflation that's driving the price of everything nowadays. It is. It has gone up like crazy. And I feel for people because y'all won't put a stop on what, and not y'all, but the government, whoever makes the decisions, girl. They won't put a stop on inflation in any capacity, but y'all sit up here and y'all combat giving people $15 minimum wage. Girl, it's designed for y'all to have about 4 roommates. That's what it's giving. It's designed for people to have about 4 roommates because y'all not gonna be able to exist or live. We hate to see it, okay? Kiana says it will be bought and or rented for a pretty penny. Listen, it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be rented before it's gonna be bought. Georgia housing prices have been a steal for too long overdue for price increases. Really? Okay, you down to answer questions, girl? Let me know when. I feel like it's impromptu now. I would send you a link now, but if you're not ready now, we can do it probably next week. I can send you a link and we can like towards the end hop on and just see what the people have questions about. Just let me know. Okay, I just bought one last month and already have 300K in equity. You like Starbucks? Because we can go to the local one and have a chit chat. Because I need details, girl. 300K in equity already. You just bought it last month? I need education. I need education immediately. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we be steering away from the doggone review just a little bit, but this stuff be getting like really interesting to me. I hope it's interesting for you guys as well, because this right here, wow. That's how you have to buy at the right time. That's why you have to buy at the right time. Buying just before a bubble burst leaves you upside down. Well, when is the bubble bursting? How can we predict that? I used to hear that Atlanta real estate was cheap, but I can see the prices are increasing drastic. Do you hear me? That's why I was telling the other person, like, whatever they charging in the city, it's damn near the same out. Is Dunwoody area expensive? Dunwoody, from my understanding, has always been expensive, always. And I can imagine what it's like now. Dunwoody, Alpharetta, Sandy Springs, BIT. Girl, I hate to see what Smyrna gonna look like in a minute. Girl, if I'm gonna be spending all that, hell, I might well go ahead and go to Buckhead, goddamn. Let me go ahead and get one of them $1 million houses like like Simon Guabadia. Okay. These homes are scary and I don't like it. I'm like location, but my home got to be affordable. Hopefully somebody buy me $1 million house. Okay, girl, what kind of lottery can we hit? Somebody send me the numbers. Send me the numbers for the next one. I promise you'll get about 10%. I'm just gonna go on YouTube and look up how to build. What you say, Stoney? You just gonna build your own house? I can't at this point because it's not looking good for me. And when you find out, Stoney, let me know, girl. Let me know. We gonna have to get out there and get the building, girl. Girl, listen. Jamie, go get your realtor license so you can be on love with ladies who listen. I might have to. I'm gonna have to get on there, or I'm gonna have to go on selling Tampa, girl. Hopefully they get us selling Atlanta. And let me tell you, I wouldn't be a licensed agent for long, because one thing about me, you ain't gonna be getting all my money, ma'am. I'm like Colony. No, I'm sorry, not Colony. I'm like Rena. Okay, from selling Tampa. Ma'am, I have questions that need answers. You mean to tell me just last year it was this percent? And now you want to get this percent from me? And I'm a broker? This was cute. I'm going to go give you a year in advance of when I'll be quitting, because I'm going to go start my own okay, and find enough fools to work up under me. Because if I'm not going to sell a home, I'm going to get money off yours. I'm going to get money off the homes that you say. I may not have brought in a dime for a quarter, a whole 3 months, but I'm gonna get some of your money. Yeah, because you're not gonna continue to make off me. I'm sorry. Now, how long do I need to have this license before I can go get this broke? I need to be studying, and I'm not even playing. For real, I'm gonna be out here trying to befriend everybody. Okay, so I can have some connects in the streets. My friend paid $500K for a studio in Brooklyn like 5 years ago. Now, as much as I feel like that was foolish, 5 years ago, she was smart, because I can imagine what she'd have made off that today after the pandemic. And the inflation is all the way up. Girl, the inflation is out there in space. Okay, that's why who just traveled out there to space? That's why he went out there, because he knew inflation was coming. Who the hell was that? That wasn't Jeff. It was the man that got Tesla. That's why his ass went out to the universe, went out there into space. He was going where the damn inflation was. He already knew what was going on, girl. But anyway, let me see what else y'all talk about before we move on. Increase minimum wage, but decrease the number of hours worked. Oh, Rennie, you better talk about it. You better talk about cutting hours. And let me tell you what the other gag was at it. Because see, girl, we're going to have to have a lifestyle or human video where we just chit chat about the world, girl. It was the fact that it was so many people out here with their flyers outside talking about hiring, and people filling out applications, and they weren't hiring nobody. That's what the thing was for me. But then putting out here in the reports and the articles talking about people don't want to work. No, it ain't the people that don't want to work. It's y'all motherfuckers that ain't trying to hire. You're getting plenty of applications, I'm sure. Okay? So there's that. And people still getting laid off in the masses to this day. Peloton just laid motherfuckers off. Girl, laid off about 2,800, almost 3,000 people. Go get them a free membership for a year. I bet y'all still got to buy the Peloton. You can give me the membership, but I still probably got to buy the machine. What the hell I'm finna do with this, sir? I can't ride this to a new job. What is this? What are we doing? No, ma'am. Still laid off, folks. I can't take it. They still get laid off in the masses, okay? New president ain't sent out nobody. No new stimulus or nothing. People out here acting like it ain't even no panorama going on. I was talking to somebody and they said, yeah, because when we was in a panorama, I said, I feel like we still is. See, that's y'all motherfucking problem. Y'all out here acting like people still ain't passing away. Whether they got the jab or they don't got the jab. Girl, they still out here catching it and they still out here passing. Going to the next universe, okay? Going to live life through Beyonce and anybody else. No, ma'am. Let me see what else y'all over here talking about, because I done got heated just a little bit when I think about the ways of the world. I can sponsor any of Jamie's subscribers to online real estate school in most states. Kiana, girl, you ain't never tell me when you want to hop on. Will that be next week? Because you may not be prepared today, but let me know. Y'all get that? Miss Key says, I can sponsor any of Jamie's subscribers to online real estate school in most states. How does that even work? Let me know. Let's see what else. Let's see what else you guys are talking about real quick. Because I feel like we about to be talking about some real estate for a minute, girl. I may have to go ahead and wrap this up. So we can. I'm going to connect with Jamie to talk about getting you all interested in setup. Okay, interested setup. Okay. I'm going to connect with Jamie to talk about getting all y'all that's interested set up with doing that. Okay. So yeah. So y'all just let me know in the comments and stuff. They were scamming us with job opportunities. What in the world? And they were. It's so sad. It's so traumatic. And I really, really hate it. That's why for people that were able to go off and find like other opportunities and probably make a life for themselves their way, I'm like, do your thing, man, because these people spend all this time working for these companies and then they just drop them like a bad habit. And some of them don't even give good severance packages. Just sad. You know, I hate that. Things are changing, man. They're rude to call minimum wage a living wage in what country? You mean in this country? Yeah. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I did hear a duplex is good to buy because you can rent out to more tenants. Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect, Key. Let me see. I'm gonna send you the link to your Instagram. If my thing acts right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. Thank you guys for bearing with me as I get this over to Kiana. So we can talk about some things, girl. Okay. I can't, y'all. I promise one day we're gonna get on here and we're gonna be talking about just the world, the problems of the world. Just a little bit, because it's ridiculous how they do stuff. All out ridiculous, child. Okay, I DM'd it to you. So whenever you're ready, let me know. Y'all go ahead and hop that. Give me y'all questions. Even if it's a question about the show that you feel like she could answer for you guys. Go ahead and do that. Jamie, I said I can't ride the Peloton. I can't ride it to work, girl. Like, what is why are you giving me this? Why are you giving me this? Can I sell it? Like, that's the question. Can I sell it to somebody? Can I sell this membership and get a coin from it? Making $17 to $20 an hour ain't doing nothing for you in Cali when the average rent is $2,200. I'm actually surprised that it's $2,200. I was thinking it was probably like $3,000 with how they do stuff in Cali. Excuse me. That's what I was thinking. All right, so let me go ahead and wrap this up. While Miss Kiana is getting ready, I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the review. Now, y'all go ahead and just leave your comments down below. Actually, Sam, could you do me a favor? Well, no, you don't have to. You don't have to. Hopefully, we'll see the questions as they pop up. Okay, so Tiana and Tiffany, okay, we learned that both of the ladies are Libras. They're hanging out with their children and their birthdays are coming up. So they want to do a celebration. We also find out that Robin and Q are also, they're also Libras as well. So they want to do a horseback riding event with each other, but they're not going to invite Crystal and they're not going to invite Kira. Yikes. And I wonder if Kira's going to have an issue with Tiffany since she's not coming. Right. And I also wonder if Tiffany has told Kira that she's not coming. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So Tiana wants to go horseback riding. We talked about that. We already talked about all that. Okay, so let's get to it. So Robin and Crystal link up. Crystal brought Robin this big old bouquet of flowers, which was super sweet of her. What else we got? Girl, where did it go? There we go. Okay. So Crystal brings Robin a huge bouquet of flowers for her birthday. They happen to miss each other. Robin done got a boo, but she said they ain't crossed the line. They haven't smashed it, okay? But it's on the way. Crystal tells her about her friend Zay. Is it Zay or Zane? It's one of the two, Zay or Zane. Hold on. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Yeah, please add like a question mark in front of your stuff so that we know that you have some questions. All right. What else? So Crystal tells Robin about her friend Zane and how he's poly. And Robin is asking if he wants to date her as well as others. And she's like, yeah, that's what he want to do. So Crystal says Zay is honest. Zay is keeping it honest. And she would rather a man to keep it honest than to cheat on her. Right. Actually, Sam, I do need a favor. I'm sorry. I need a favor, girl, if you don't mind. So can you put the questions in Discord probably? If you're able to. If not, don't worry about it. I just don't want to miss anything if they do come in. I think naturally, Mark, I'm not sure if you're a part of the Discord as well, but either one of you guys, if there's any questions that you see, can you just toss them over into the Discord, and I'll pull that up too, in case there's any other questions for Miss Key. Okay. So Robin is asking, does he want to date you and other people? And Crystal was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather him keep it honest than, be sitting out here cheating on me or whatever like that. So Robin didn't even know what poly was, girl. She had to look it up. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all in America, girl. I had to look it up. So I said, girl, what is this? It's so much going on. I need to, what is this? So now we see what it is, okay? Robin also agrees and says that it's better than cheating. She also says that she believes that all men cheat. I actually don't believe that, y'all. I don't believe that all men cheat, right? If that's the case, I feel like all people cheat, right? If that's the case. But I also feel like there are some men out here that are just as loyal to women as women are loyal to men. I feel like there are some out here. Now, whether they snatched up in a relationship yet, I don't know. They may be the type that a lot of women don't find to be as desirable, right? But I do feel like not everybody be out here doing it. Now, Crystal says that she isn't in the situation yet. And Crystal says that she thinks that she can handle him with other women, but she doesn't think that he can handle her with other men. And Robin was like, well, duh, because I don't know how many men gonna sit up here and just let that girl just date other folks. They don't really like stuff like that. So she tells her that Robin tells Crystal, I don't think you should do this. I don't think this is something that you should do. I don't think you should be a part of that. And she also tells her that where you are, that's not something you're looking for. So if it's not something you really want to be a part of, why would you go off and want to do that? That makes no sense. And I kind of feel like that's the same thing that Kira was kind of getting at too. Crystal asked Robin, will she go to the poly party with her? Robin is like, no. And I'm like, why would you ask her to go if she already doesn't necessarily condone the relationship? Right? So Robin brings up Tiffany. And Crystal acts like she doesn't know who Tiffany is, right? Robin tells her that she likes Tiffany and how they went out and they actually connected. Crystal says that she's glad that they connected, but high key, she really not happy that they did connect. What else? Robin says that she wants to make sure that they're cool. And Crystal says that, well, when it comes to her, she's not friendly with me. Hey, Kiana, give me 1 second. So Crystal says that Tiffany's not friendly to her. She don't feel like she's friendly at all. She says that, she said she's overly friendly to people when she feels like she can get something out of them. And I thought that was interesting for Miss Crystal to say about Tiffany, because I felt like you were just doing the same thing with Kira. So why would you sit up here and say that when you was being overly friendly to a woman that you unfollowed on Instagram, and then now you're trying to flip the script and make it seem like that's all Tiffany is about? That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So, no. What else we got? Let's see what else. Let me see. Okay. So Robin thinks that she should talk and get to know her more. Robin says that she doesn't think Tiffany has an issue with Crystal, but Crystal may have an issue with Tiffany because Tiffany has everything that Crystal would want. I feel like that was shady boots. And I don't think that that's the reason. I don't. Y'all might. I don't think that she has every, you know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't think it's because she got everything that she wants. I think that Crystal is just a competitive person, a naturally competitive person. And that's why she doesn't like or care for Tiffany, because they both do the same thing. So she wants to compete with the lady. So they go horseback riding. And Tiffany speaks with Robin about she and Crystal and whether they're good. And Robin says, yeah, we're good. But she says that she thinks Crystal may have an issue with her or vice versa. And Tiffany says that she don't got no issue with her. She says, and I don't plan on reaching out to her, because why would I want to reach out to her when I feel like we don't even have an issue right out? Like, why would I do that? Okay, I'm not really concerned about how she feels. So yeah, that's a no for me. And then what else ended up happening? I thought that was interesting too, that Tiffany said that she did not know Crystal. And I was like, you don't know Crystal? Okay, so Crystal also said that she doesn't know you. But if y'all don't know each other, why would Crystal feel so comfortable calling your phone and then asking you to offload your business to her while you're on maternity leave? What kind of stuff is that? So I don't know. Somebody lying. Something ain't sounding right. And if they don't know each other, to me, that makes Crystal look even more shady, that you don't know this lady, but you was willing to take her opportunities from her. That don't look right. So Tiffany says some people have time to think about stuff like that. I don't, because I have a family and stuff. And then Robin says that people without kids don't understand. I feel like that's not always true. People without kids definitely get it at times, right? And they have other things to talk about. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Just because they ain't got kids don't mean that they're not busy and don't have other things to talk about. Kiana immediately hops in. Like immediately, like she didn't wait a second or nothing. So it felt like she was listening to the conversation so that she can have something to say to Robin. Like that's how I was coming off, because she immediately hopped in. It was like she was waiting on a moment to disagree with Robin. So Kiana immediately speaks up and says that she doesn't have any kids and she gets it. And then Robin says, but I wasn't talking about you. Kiana says, but you said people though. That's the problem. You said people. Okay. I understand where Kiana was coming from, but I felt like Robin generalized her statement. Kiana says you could have just said Crystal though. If you was talking about Crystal, you could have just said Crystal don't get it because she don't got kids. You didn't have to make it a general statement. But I feel like even if she would have said that, Kiana still would have had an issue with it, right? So Q says it has I was saying that Q saying that it has nothing to do with kids. I feel like that's true, because people with kids do have a lot of time to be messy as hell. Even, you know what I'm saying? Just like people without kids have that time, people with kids have that time. What else? And I'm like, hell, y'all got time to be on this show and be messy. So I know y'all got time for other stuff. So however, Miss Q, I do feel like you took it personal based on your experience with trying to conceive. I don't think that it was that deep. I feel like you were projecting, but that's just my opinion. I also feel like you don't like Robin. So it don't matter what she do, you're going to have something to say. And, you know, I guess that's cool. That's how you feel, right? I feel like Robin does have a point a little as well, that sometimes some people, right? Sometimes some people don't relate, okay? People that don't have kids or whatever, like sometimes they can't relate. So I understand it at times, but people that have, I feel like people that have had a challenge with having children, I feel like they take it they're more sensitive about that, right? Because I said that to a friend before, and I didn't mean to insult her, but I could understand how what I said could have affected her based on, you know, her history with stuff. Because we were talking about going on a trip one time or doing something, you know, but I'm like, okay, I already, like, for me, I couldn't just up and go because I am a mom. So my money is like, I'm like, I got to make sure my son got what he need, whatever. And she was putting pressure. She just felt like, well, when we go on trips, I just feel like you do da-da-da-da. And I'm like, because I'm a bitch that likes to plan. Like, what the fuck kind of, I said, you don't have no kids, so you may not understand. Baby, she got pissed off with me, girl. Well, I think she had to get off the phone that day. I think she was mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? And then after we talked about it and stuff, I understood why that could have like been offensive to her, because she was like, I mean, like, yeah, I may not have any kids or whatever, but like, I still have to take care of things for my brothers, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So for you to say that I don't understand, like, I don't think that was fair. So I understood where she was coming from for sure after we talked about it. But I see where Kiana is coming from, but I also feel like there's this underlining, I don't like Robin. So whatever she says, I'm going to come back. I'm going to go against whatever it is that she has to say. Let me see what else. Are you messaging me, Naturally Mar? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Naturally Mar. I appreciate that. I have gotten your messages. Thank you. So if there's any questions, either one of you guys could like go ahead and DM me. But I'm about to go ahead and bring up our girl, Miss Kiana. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can do that. My mouse is just acting stupid. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Add to the stream. Give me 1 second. Wow. Where is it? Almost. 1 second. Just want to get that off the screen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hey, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Guys, this is Miss Kiana Lawson with Luxury is Key, real estate, right? Can you just tell everybody, like, just, more about yourself and your expertise in like real estate and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been licensed in the state of Georgia as a real estate professional since 2006. And I have been, initially when I got licensed, I wasn't pursuing real estate. But in 2015, made the decision that I wanted to kind of exit out of my corporate job. My corporate background was in supply chain management. So kind of got tired of that and decided, you know what, you have your real estate license, Kiana, let's go ahead and, make it shake. Let's see what we can do with your real estate license. So between 2015 and 2018, I was doing real estate part-time, and I used the quotes part-time because I was doing full-time numbers. So that helped me to phase out of corporate in 2018, and I've been a full-time real estate agent in the metro Atlanta area since 2018.
Nice. I love that. So my question is, like, when we saw let me say this out. So when we saw the ranch, right, for $549,000, and it's in Decula. So is that, like, number one, I want to know how country of an area is that? And also I would like to know, is that, like, did she get a steal on that price?
It's a good price for the area, definitely for 5 acres. The house, personally, I wouldn't live in it. There are a lot of adjustments that would need to be made to the house. But if you're looking at the big picture, if you're looking at it from the lens of investment, then yes, it absolutely was a great property, great opportunity that I personally probably wouldn't have passed up on if I was looking at it from an investment property, not an initial primary residence. So yes. Now the Decula area, it's on the outskirts of Gwinnett County. So it's just right on the cusp of, on the border of Gwinnett and Barrow counties, which is a little country, but I'll say it's definitely an up and coming area. So that 550 right now, I can see in the next 5 years, definitely we'll see a great return on that investment in the upward of between 7 and 8 in the next 5 years, 700,000 to 800,000. Due to the fact of what's going on in the market, people can't afford in the city.
Right.
Gwinnett County is a highly attractive area because of their top rated schools. So you're going to pay a little more of a premium going into Gwinnett County just because of their schools alone, top rated schools in the country. But Decula is an upcoming area. So people are shifting to what we perceive as the country. Once people start to shift to those areas, then you'll start to see big development happen in those areas.
So, okay, when you were talking, it made me think about Decatur, because I've been seeing them do a lot. Like, I don't know if Decatur is Gwinnett County as well or not.
No, that's going to be DeKalb County. So my office base is in Decatur. So I have a property in Decatur, and my office is also in Decatur, downtown Decatur. So Decatur is a great example of what we can see a neighborhood do. I'm not sure how long have you been in? Are you from Atlanta? Well, you say you're from Alabama.
I'm from Alabama, but I've been here about like 9 years. I think it's been like 9 years since I've been here.
Okay, so you came right around the time that Decatur was full in the swing of its shift, especially the downtown Decatur area. So we'll say 15, 20 years ago, I'm not sure the last time you've been to the downtown Decatur area, but what you see as downtown Decatur today is definitely not what it was 15, 20 years ago. It was an area that you would not want to even buy a property in. You wouldn't want to walk down the street in.
True.
it just wasn't what it is today. And I think that is a issue that I see with a lot of us in our community when it comes to purchasing real estate. We generally want to buy real estate and buy in an area that's already there, that we feel comfortable with, that, you know, we can kind of showboat to our friends and family about, I live in this area, I live in this zip code. But in reality, we have to look at it from a different perspective and a different lens. You want to buy in those areas that have huge development plans in the makings. You need to be aware of, go to those local development meetings in your county to see what projects are on the agenda and what the timing of those projects are, where the locations are. And that's where you strategically want to purchase properties.
Oh, that makes
Don't buy in areas.
It's growing.
So like buying in Decatur right now, it's great, but it's too late. You've lost.
Right.
It's too late. A good area, like I just purchased my place in West Midtown, the Upper West Side, Bankhead. People know Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway. Everyone knows it as Bankhead. Oh, you live off of Bankhead. I sure do. I absolutely do. I bought a property off of Bankhead and bought it new construction, went under contract March of last year for $522,000, closed on it December 22nd. And they're selling, I contracted in the first building in my development. They're selling my same unit right now for the low 700s.
And okay, so because I wanted to ask more about that, because when you got in the comments, you said that you gained 300K in equity, and I wanted you to like talk about that more for the people that may not understand that.
Right. So yeah, so what that means is, so like I said, my purchase price of my home, the contracted sales price was $522,000. I put down a little over 100. That doesn't mean that you guys have to put down that kind of money. It's just, I wanted to control what my mortgage payment is.
Okay.
So I put down that amount of money to control my mortgage payment. And to be completely transparent, my mortgage payment is $2,500 a month on a $422,000 mortgage. So a lot of y'all are paying damn near close to that, if not that, right now for rentals. So when you guys hear the big number, it seems big, but once you play with the numbers and understand, after you put down a down payment, again, you don't have to put down that much money, but you can control what that mortgage payment looks like. And it may be doable for you to do a $3,000 a month payment, especially if it's a 2-income household. $3,000 is nothing in a 2-income household.
Right.
But buying at $522,000, putting down a little over $100,000, put me at a final loan amount with my bank for $422,000. What that means is, if in my community right now, if they're selling for the low 7s, I could put my house on the market right now, 45 days after I've closed on it already, for $700 and like $15,000-$20,000, make $300,000 just off of a 1-month investment. If I wanted to sell it, I'm not going to sell it, because I know by the time they finish my community, my property is going to be worth $1 million.
Yup. Girl, it's so many different nooks and things going on. Okay, all right. So I have some questions here for, it's like, it's just a few questions.
Absolutely.
So the first one, okay. I think these are two separate. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the first question is, do you have to put down 20% to purchase a property?
No, you do not. I put down 20% on my property. Did I have to put down 20%? No, my requirement was 5% down. I could have put down 5%, but my mortgage payment would have been higher, and I wanted to have a comfortable mortgage payment. So if the market shifts and I can't sell a house, I know I can swing $2,500 a month versus $4,000 a month. Yeah.
So, okay, I feel like I got combo questions now. So like my first question is that always the standard to just put down 5%? If not, like, what is it dependent on? And then the other question was, are there any other resources that's going to allow a person to possibly put down 100,000 like you did?
So putting down that kind of money, not necessarily, but there are, you have different down payment structures depending on what loan program you are able to utilize. So we can talk about some different loan programs, the most popular ones. So you have your FHA loan. FHA requires a 3.5% down payment of whatever your purchase price is. You have conventional loans that can be anywhere from 0 down to 20% down. A non-conforming conventional for investors, it can go in upwards of about 30% down. But just a typical first-time home buyer, is not an investment property, you're looking at anywhere from 0 to about 5% down.
Okay.
For your home purchase. Down payment wise, there are down payment assistance programs that can assist with down payment. Now, the only caveat with down payment programs is you have to credit qualify for down payment programs. So for your FHA loan, minimum credit score requirement is going to be about a middle FICO score of a 580. Okay. However, to qualify for down payment assistance programs, most of them require a middle FICO credit score of about a 640. Okay. So you'll have to meet that threshold to qualify for DPA. However, it's a good way for those that make good money, but realistically, it's not feasible for you to save, $20,000 or, $15,000 in a short amount of time. That's where your DPA programs can come in to help with that gap. In covering your down payment for your home purchase.
Gotcha. And what does your like work history have to be? Like, how is it, like you have to just have a job for a year, 6 months? Yep.
Good question. So for most loan programs, they're going to require at least 2 years of employment, consistent employment. Now, they're not too picky on, if you change the job once in the past 2 years, or even a couple of times in the past 2 years. As long as it's within the same field of work, and there are no gaps. So you transition from one job on a Friday and started the new job on Monday. They want to see a clean transition from one employer to another. So 2 years of consistent, stable employment. 2 years of tax returns are going to be required for them to verify and average out what that income looks like. Deposits. And what else? Like I said, depending on what loan program, at minimum a 580 FICO middle credit score. Convention for FHA, for conventional, generally you want to see at least a 640 to qualify for conventional financing. So yeah, those are going to be the bare minimums that they're going to look at. We don't want to see no late payments on your credit report in the past 2 years. So clean payment history on your credit report for two consecutive years. And no bankruptcy. That's a big one. No bankruptcy. FHA, you can have a bankruptcy, but it has to be discharged at least 2 years and 1 day at the time of your mortgage application. Conventional, 4 years. You got a 4-year waiting period for conventional for bankruptcy. So
like, what about individuals that may be self-employed? Is that process different, or how does that work?
So for self-employed, I'm self-employed, so I had to follow a different process. So they look at your bank statements. They're going to look at generally 12 months of bank statements, and they're going to look at those deposits. Once they look at all of the deposits over that 12-month period, the loan officer or the processor is going to average out those deposits. And that's how they're going to qualify your buying power based off of the average of those 12 months worth of deposits.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds great.
And also for self-employed, must have 2 years of tax returns that they can still verify. You're not considered self-employed if you are not filing taxes under business. So you have to have that.
Correct. Okay. Another one. The question says, if someone asks you to hold multiple contracts, is it usually a flat fee or price per contract?
All right, we're going to get into this one. So personally, I've never heard of this. This is the first with me watching the show about transferring contracts from one broker to another. Now, the standard process when you're leaving a brokerage, so just to, I guess, put things into perspective before I get deep in answering this question. As a real estate agent, which I am a real estate agent, I do not have my broker's license. I'm in the process of doing that. But as a real estate agent, I must work under a broker. My broker is Keller Williams. So My office is based in downtown Decatur. My office is Keller Williams Realty Metro Atlanta Decatur. My broker oversees, my broker is responsible for anything that I do. If I'm not in compliance with things, that's the person whose phone is ringing because Kiana isn't doing something right.
Gotcha.
When, say I wanted to leave Keller Williams,
Mm-hmm.
Keller Williams, since they're the broker owns the contract. I'm just the agent that facilitated the deal, but the contract is, per Georgia Real Estate Commission, is owned by the broker. If I were to leave my brokerage and I had listings that are active in the MLS that have not been contracted on, technically that is my broker's listing. They would have to sign off for me to take it with me to my new brokerage, to brokerage B. They would have to release it. So I'm assuming with the 26, 29 contracts, the broker agreed to release these contracts. However, they must have put a time limit on how long she had to get them assigned to a new broker before they may be reneged on the deal or some sort. That's what I'm assuming. Because that's not a standard practice. Generally, when you leave, your broker is not releasing contracts because that is money that they're making off of those contracts. You still get paid. I would still get paid, but they have to maintain ownership with that original broker.
Got you.
But I will still get paid. You don't lose no money. You will still get paid. It's just that the contract says Keller Williams Metro Atlanta. So we're not going to go through all of this extra paperwork to get it reassigned to a new broker.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody involved in that transaction, from the buyers, the sellers, the buyer's agent, the listing agent, the listing broker, the buyer's broker, everyone has to be on one accord with transferring this contract, each individual contract, to a new broker. It's it can be a headache, but that's why it's not the norm. Now, in terms of the price, personally, $500 per contract is nothing. It's pennies, personally, because we know the average sales price in Metro Atlanta right now is about $375,000. The standard commission for a real estate agent in the Metro Atlanta area is about 3% of that $375. So if we just got a clean 26 contracts at $375, that's $11,000 per contract. So we paying $500 per contract for another broker to assume responsibility for those contracts. I think it's reasonable. It's not unreasonable, no.
Gotcha.
On a friendship level, maybe you had a different expectation because you're friends, but if we're just keeping it business, I don't think it's unreasonable. It would have been unreasonable.
Okay. Perfect. So I have another question here. Somebody used to ask, how do I get a loan as a first-time buyer? I feel like you kind of like went over this a little bit.
Yeah. The first step that I always tell prospective home buyers is understand where you are credit-wise. Really don't be scared to really go and dig deep and dive and take a look at your credit report. Right now with the pandemic, you guys are offered a free credit report once, I think every month now. You can go in and get an updated credit report. Look at that. Go through that credit report line by line to see what's on there. Identify any inaccurate information so that you can start working towards getting those inaccuracies corrected with the credit bureaus. You can go straight to the credit bureaus if you see that there are inaccuracies on your credit report to start that process with getting that stuff cleaned up. But just understand where you are credit-wise. Regardless of where you are, you have to start from somewhere, and being scared to just really dig deep to understand where you are credit-wise is just going to continue to hold you back from making that purchase while home prices continue to rise.
Gotcha. Okay. Another question is, are properties in the South generally cheaper? They said they watch a lot of HGTV and seeing people buy properties for less than $100,000. So are properties in the South? I would think so, right?
If we're going to compare, to the West, and up North, yes, it is cheaper. But are there $100,000 properties? Are they in abundance? Absolutely. a $100,000 property is not what you think it's going to be. Generally, a $100,000 property is a tear down. You're going to be starting over from scratch. It's going to need work. It's not going to likely qualify for traditional financing, which your FHA loan. FHA has requirements on what the condition of that house must be in before they will back it and fund it. And if it some things that would not qualify for FHA, if the home has broken windows, if the home has foundation issues, roofing issues, major things like that, FHA will not fund it. They will not insure it. So that will put you in the realm of getting a conventional loan, where you can, conventional is a little more lenient in the condition of the home, or they may look at it. You have some loans that are, I think it's called a 203B, if I'm not mistaken, but it's a construction loan looped in with a FHA loan, where now it still can't be so much in disrepair. It cannot be a rebuild. It just can be some very minor. It needs new paint. It may need new windows because they're not double pane. They may be single pane windows. But they'll give you money within that loan to be able to get that work done by a government approved contractor. So you can't get your cousin to do it and think that you're going to pay them a little bit to get it done. No, it has to be government approved contractors, and they're going to come back out and re-inspect the house. Gotcha.
Good to know, because my follow-up was going to be about investors and whether or not they typically take that conventional route for people.
Yeah, investors typically will do a conventional. You have different structures of conventional. You have what's called a non-conforming loan, which is not your standard conventional, but and you're looking at a different tier of interest rates. When you're an investor, you got more skin in the game. They're not just they're not going to give you money to invest, to make money. They're going to give you money to be a owner occupant. This is going to be your primary residence, and we'll help you out, and we'll put out programs that will assist with you becoming a homeowner. But when it comes time that you want to be an investor, it's a different ball game. So you definitely have to prepare for that. But it's not a challenge either. You just got to know. People don't know what they don't know. So just educating yourself on what that process looks like.
Yeah. Okay. I have another question here. They say, can you get good deals when buying a foreclosure?
Oh, this is the $1 million question. So everyone, it's a lot of people out right now that is like, okay, I'm going to wait to buy a house because I want to buy a foreclosure. The thing is, and with the market being so strong right now, even if 100 houses foreclose tomorrow, the house is going to sell above market. They can price a $400,000 house tomorrow for $275,000. It is going to get so many offers on it that it is going to drive it up to the 400 plus sales price anyway. So they're there, but there ain't no deals. It's not going
really.
It's too competitive right now. It's too competitive.
I did not know. I thought once they put the price, like it was set at that price, but obviously not.
No home price is set. That is the mark. That's the list price. Now, once it hit the markets, what happens after that? It's going up.
Jeez. Where can you even find these homes listed for foreclosure though?
So, I mean, as a real estate professional, I can set up a search for clients to have view over foreclosed properties. But again, once that house hits the public market, game over. It's over. And as the general public, put it like this: if a foreclosure come across my desk and it's a good deal, I'm gonna buy it before I even show it to you. So you're not even gonna get your hands on it.
Geez. Well, let me ask you about this then. So I hear a lot of people talk about how, like, if somebody don't pay their taxes on a home, you can buy that. So what if somebody, I don't know how they go about it, but let's say they had access to just like look up the people that's behind on their taxes, right? And they come to you and be like, Kiana, this one right here. Can you facilitate that sale of that, or how does it?
Not necessarily. I can't facilitate it. I am a little versed in the tax deed sales. So what that process looks like is, as a homeowner, we're required to pay property taxes to the county for whatever county our home lies in. We have to pay taxes on that annually. With most people, we structure that tax payment within our mortgage. When we purchase the home, it's structured within your mortgage, what's called your escrow account. So your escrow account is to cover your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. So in the event, you say the house catches fire, you have insurance to rebuild. Your and your mortgage payment is comprised of that. Your mortgage payment is your principal payment, which is the amount of money that actually go towards your home purchase, your loan. You have your escrow account that then also has the property taxes and your insurance. Those three numbers added together is your final mortgage payment, what you pay monthly, and it's divvied up every month you pay. If it's $1,000, say 600 goes towards the principal for paying down your loan. Another 200 goes towards property taxes, and then the other 200 goes towards your property and homeowner's insurance, for a total of $1,000 per month. Some people, most mortgage companies on FHA loans will require that you establish a escrow account at closing. At the time of closing, the escrow account is established. When you're doing conventional, it's not a requirement. So it's the onus is put on the homeowner. Do you want to create an escrow account or not? Some people say no because they're looking at, well, I want a lower mortgage payment, so I'm not going to include the escrow items within there. I'll just pay them every year when the bill comes. That's a huge mistake because your tax bill, it can go up and down. It can change significantly depending on what is going on in your area. When we had the housing crisis between 2008, 2012, property taxes were fairly low. Now that we're back in a strong market, property taxes are going up. And the question is, will you be in a position when that bill comes out to pay that $1,700, $2,000? I'm in the city of Atlanta. My property taxes are about $6,000 a year. No, I need that included in my escrow because, again, with the field that I work in, depending on how the market goes, if it go left, will I want to spend $6,000 in September to get my taxes taken care of? No, I'm going to have probably another priority.
Yeah.
So I want it included in my mortgage payment so that I'm never left in the wind with that particular item. But with tax sales, yes, you can go, your counties publish delinquent taxes. You can go and pay the delinquent taxes. However, there is a holding period. There is a waiting period. Just because you pay those delinquent taxes does not mean you are the rightful owner of that home. They still have to allow that homeowner the opportunity to basically pay you back. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that homeowner has 2 years to get caught up. So it is a long game. It is not it's a long game. You have to have.
Was it like a few weeks? It's a few years.
No. And then if there's a mortgage company attached to it, you got to contend with that as well. So it's deeper than just going to pay the taxes. It's a long game with that. Okay,
give me 1 second. Just talking to one of my admins real quick about the questions. All right. Perfect. Okay, I got one more. Okay. Let's see. For self-employed, you said 12 months of statements, but 2 years of taxes. Can you explain that again?
Yes. So for self-employed, what the lender is going to look for is, it can be 12 months sometimes, depending on the lender. They may ask for 24 months of bank statements. And what they're going to do is they're going to specifically focus on your deposits into your account. They're going to add up all of those deposits and then average it out. So if they do 24 months worth of bank statements, if it's, I don't know, $100,000 worth of deposits we do a little more. Let's say it's $250,000 worth of deposits in a 2-year period. They're going to divide that by 12, or even just look at it and see, are there ups and downs with your income? Are there huge fluctuations in those deposits month over month? And then that's how they're going to determine, okay, we see consistency. On average, you're bringing in about $15,000 a month, or $10,000, or even $5,000 a month. We're going to base your approval off of that number there.
Okay. Okay.
And with the bank statements and tax returns. So you
Mm-hmm.
have business tax returns. I know some entrepreneurs still have W-2 employment.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use both, but the only how you can use your W-2 and your business income, you still have to have tax returns for your business as well in order to use that as qualifying income.
Gotcha. Qualifying income. Okay. Sounds good. One more says, do you recommend buying did they mean tear down? Because it says test down. I want to say tear down. They said they want to buy a fixer upper and get a repair loan, but also pay for some of it themselves. But they're nervous regarding the real estate in Boston.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with let me put a disclaimer. All of these questions that I'm answering are specific to the Georgia real estate market. The loan stuff is pretty consistent across the country, but anything specific to what's going on in any market, I can only speak to the Metro Atlanta market.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just in general terms, with buying a tear down, personally, me, as if this is your first endeavor, I wouldn't go into such a huge project.
Yeah.
Maybe go find a house to start that maybe needs new flooring, new carpet, new paint. Maybe you can knock down a wall or two to open up a space to make it a little more open. But in terms of a tear down, that means a tear down is you're tearing it down and you're building up. There are so many problems you can run into, unforeseen problems with that process.
Mm-hmm.
If there are electrical problems, plumbing problems, foundation issues, that can get very, very expensive. And that's where you see a lot of projects. If you're driving your city and you're like, damn, they started on this house a year ago and it's just framed. What happened?
Yeah.
They ran out of money. They ran into problems and ultimately ran out of money and couldn't complete the project.
That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. Thank you for letting me know that. So, if somebody run out of money though, and you see that, and somebody wants to come along and buy a house, can they come and snatch it up?
They
or
can.
get the floor plan or something?
I mean, I've had situations where novice builders, investors embarked on a project and they run out of money. So they'll come to me as a real estate professional. Mm-hmm. Hey, do you have any investors that will want to step in and pick up on this project? Buy it from me, so that I can, at minimum, at least pay back the money I've already borrowed, and I won't be in debt. But that person has to be open and acknowledge the failure, unfortunately, so that they can at least make themselves whole in the sense of paying back the loan, and then another investor or developer can step in to finish the project.
Okay. All right. I have two more viewer questions. The next one is, since it's a seller's market, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recommend first-time home buyers wait to buy their home? No? Well, you kind of explained that earlier about how it's going to even increase even more in a few years.
And that's exactly why I don't recommend it. Like I said in the comment, especially here in Georgia, in Atlanta, our pricing has been for a long time. For us to be such a progressive city, mm-hmm. Our pricing has been like the best. And now that from the general consumer's perspective, the prices are increasing quickly. No, they're just catching up to where they should have been. We haven't seen those small increases year over year. It's been very consistent for mm-hmm. I've been popping for at least 15, 20 years now.
Yep. I mean, more people are coming, and I see a lot of people from California, I believe it was, has relocated down here. So
yeah, I'm from California, so I understand. I have family purchasing out here right now. They're like, okay, Kiana, it's time for us to do it. Y'all pricing is finally going up. I see it. Help me find a property. Show me some properties on video, and I trust your judgment on what I need to go under contract on. So let's get it done. But yeah, definitely the migration patterns into Georgia are coming out of Florida, California, and New York up north.
We don't need no more people on this interstate, but we understand y'all. Y'all want something nice, girl. Okay, so the last question is, can we do this question period? Y'all are funny. So they're asking if we could do this question period after ladies who list every Sunday. I can check.
We only got 2 episodes left, so I can commit to 2.
Okay.
Because I'm about to get back to, well, I don't work on Sundays. That's why I'm available. That's my off day. But I don't mind answering questions because I need to educate our community.
Sure.
We definitely need to be educated. But to dig deeper in that last question about should you wait, do not wait. Pricing is definitely on the rise in any market. Every market is experiencing what's going on here in Atlanta to some capacity, maybe not as in depth as Metro Atlanta. Everyone is seeing increases. It's pretty much a seller's market in every market. That means that the seller controls it. That means when we say a seller's market, that there are more buyers beating the pavement trying to find a home than there's actual inventory. So that means there are multiple offers. So if the house is listed at 300,000, 20 families vying for that one house, you coming in offering 300,000 is a waste of everybody's time. Be offering a number that makes sense to that seller because you're competing with hedge funds, these cash investors, corporations that have no problem offering $350,000 cash for that $300,000 listing.
You know, when I used to hear about these cash offers, I used to think it was just a person around here that got money. But then when you say these corporations, hedge fund, I never even considered those people.
They're backed
those companies.
They're backed by groups of investors, Chinese investors, big. Open Door, you're familiar with Open Door. You see the signs in Metro Atlanta, right? That Open Door is owned by Chinese investors. They back that. They fund that. They bring their money together and go and buy up inventory. Hundreds of houses a month.
I feel away. I feel like I'm missing out on so much. I'm like, dang, do I need to get in an investor group? Are you a part of an investor group, Kiana?
I am. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Me and some of my girlfriends that are also real estate agents, we actually we're in the process of buying a development. We're going to develop our own community, so we're in that process right now. So yes.
That is so amazing. Like I love this because I hope you guys are learning a lot because I definitely am. Okay, this is I never even thought of that. I feel like it's so many nooks, like I say.
Yeah, don't think just because you don't you have a vision to, come and take over the real estate market, just because you can't see it for yourself personally to be able to put down X amount of dollars. You got to think outside of the box. Bring in your circle. Bring in those like-minded individuals to you guys put your money together to build the dream.
Yes. So okay, so this is my last question. I'm gonna let you go, I promise. Okay, so my last question is, earlier you mentioned that you could offer everyone like a course or something like that. Can you give us details about that?
I can. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat. Oh, let me copy it over. Where they can go in and fill out this, and it didn't copy over, but I'm gonna drop this link in here.
Okay.
And give me 1 second so that they can register or provide me their information, and then I'll go ahead and get them registered for a real estate school, for their real estate course for their state. In whatever state, this is not just for Georgia, but for whatever state that they're in, as long as we offer the course in their market, we'll be able to get them signed up for a real estate, their state's real estate classes, whatever that pre-licensing requirement is. They'll be able to enroll in it. It's online, so you take it at your own pace. You'll have up to 6 months to complete the course. Once you complete the course, then you'll be able to sit for your state exam to become a licensed real estate agent in whatever state that you are in.
Gotcha. Let me pin this to the top for those people looking for that link. Okay. And can you just share with the people where they can find you on social media should they have any additional questions?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can be found on Instagram as Kiana Lawson. So just my name at Kiana Lawson. And on Facebook, Realtor Kiana Lawson on there. and haven't really done much with my YouTube, but we'll see how that goes in the future. But pretty much primarily you can catch me on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, I thank you so much for your time, Kiana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for sending in your questions. I appreciate you all. I'm going to let Miss Kiana get back to enjoying her beautiful Sunday. And I'll check in on next week. We'll do the same thing. I'll just see how you feeling and whether you want to pop back on. And if the people have questions, we could just do that for the next 2 episodes and go from there if you like.
Yeah, well, I know next week I'll be at a conference in Orlando.
Okay.
I may, depending on what the sequence of events are on Sunday, but if I'll pop in, I'll let you know.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, and you enjoy your Sunday.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Have a great one.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So that was Miss Kiana. I hope y'all enjoyed it, honey. Y'all have been asking for it, so I gave her a chance to come up. It was very knowledgeable for me. I will be honest, it's still a little scary, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like if you want to just even buying a house or even wanting to just get into the real estate industry just to be able to sell, but I'm just glad she was open and willing to come on up and answer some questions and stuff. All right, so y'all make sure y'all go over and follow Kiana over on Instagram and ask all of the questions that you have. I saved the link up top for those of you guys that are interested in getting into a course that's in your area. Don't forget to like the video. I thank you all so much for spending over 2 hours with me today. I wasn't even expecting that. I was just sleepy, but anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I definitely appreciate all of you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, as I said. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme. And I got some more content I'm gonna try to get out to y'all today. Love During Lockup, as well as My Killer Body with K. Michelle. And yes, if you guys have not been watching, you might want to be watching Love is Blind on Netflix, because I definitely plan on bringing you guys reviews on that show. Okay, so there's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go on and enjoy your Sunday, honey, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.